What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I apologize for my lateness. I am super late. Hey, Miss Congo. Oh, those stuff sent me a prayer. Beautiful. Live with, live witness. I'm talking about George Webb, Joe, Kent, Alex Jones. Okay. Prayers for you today that God gives wisdom, strength, wisdom, knowledge, and healing, prosperity, 7,000 plus much more in Jesus' name. I pray, amen. Amen. Y'all, it's the candy coats. And they want me to have $7,000. I'm like, why not just throw an extra zero on and make it 70? How y'all doing? What's going on? I decided to, razzle dazzle up a little bit, come on camera for a little bit. Not the whole time, but come on camera for a little while. Oh my God. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Y'all, we got some things to discuss. We got a new episode of Polight from Hood Horrors YouTube channel. Shout out to him. We got a throwback with Umar. But I'm going to kick this off with a video from, I just came across this video, came up in my feed from Gap Tooth Games. And he speaks about the rise and fall of the conscious community. And then he's got Umar Polight, Pharaoh Exposed. And, you can add a few more names to that because this conscious community seems to be very deep. And the reason why I'm doing this is because you would think that they would want to hold Umar accountable, right? I don't know this content creator at all, but you guys make sure you go check it out. But I wanted to check this out because we've been speaking about the issues that's going on around Umar as well, that is enabling him to act the way he acts. And the whole lack of accountability that's mind numbing at this point. The failure to want to pursue a lawsuit or, to hold him accountable about the expenses and how he's spending everybody else's money with donations and contributions and all this other stuff. At some point, at what point do they start saying, okay, it's been 14 plus years of this. He has not opened a school. Why are we still paying his bills? And then they get mad when we call him a cult. You're taking care of a grown man who has no job. And he can't produce a school. You can't make this up. So that's where it starts. And Umar claims to be a part of this conscious community. And then they claim him and Polight still, because Marianne put him in a movie. Oh, he's in a conscious community. He's in prison. Why is this conscious community shielding people? And then you talk about Umar, and shout out to Mind Chaos Brew. She went in on another content creator who kept talking about something with sectors and all this stuff. Why the hell do we have sectors? YouTube has over 1 billion users. If you start limiting yourself to a sector, then you're not going to be as effective when it comes to holding Umar accountable. This Polight, Pharaoh, even Nature Boy. When they go out and break laws and then they end up in prison for it, mismanaging funds, they refuse to just say what they're doing with people's money. I don't care about a sector or a conscious community or anything. The goal should be accountability. And if Umar should be held accountable, no one should be defending him. No one should be protecting him. Now, he's going to have his cult base, right? Okay, I'm not here to convince Umar Tardius that he's, not a cult leader. I'm not here to convince him of anything. You can't change people's minds. But if we, the content creators, the independent journalists, those who are out here bringing awareness and reporting on information that are troubling, that could help towards an investigation or a lawsuit or anything, why are we creating these sectors? Fuck a sector. When you understand what the end game is, and that's for someone to be held accountable, You're not putting me in a sector. The LLC is not going to be put into a sector and then limited on anything. We're not here to compete with each other. That's absolutely childish in every way. And I could believe I think my Chaos Brew was like, what the heck is going on? This lady is just trying to call her out and all this other nonsense, and none of the other people on the panel were digging it at all. Whoever this lady is, whatever she thinks she's doing, what you're not doing is helping towards getting information out there to hold Umar Johnson accountable. You're talking about, oh, I don't see this person in this sector. I don't want to say her name. That's what she wants me to do. What are you here for? My Chaos Brew handled her eloquently, and it was well done. It's just the childishness of it all, y'all. But we should not have a community or sector or anything be the focal point when accountability should be the focal point. So I've been calling out this conscious community for the last 2-3 good weeks. And if the shoe fit, wear it. If it doesn't, then it doesn't apply to you. But if you're in this conscious community and all you want to focus on is, oh, he's a black man, so let's keep it positive, then you're not going to hold him accountable. And we could care less what you think. I mean, it just comes down to that. But if you're ready to hold him accountable, that's what we're going to do. Period. So shout out to all of you all tuning in. And shout out to this young man here. Gap Tooth Games. He goes there. And I want you guys to check this out. And then we're going to check out a throwback from Umar where he's apologizing to the black community and then calls out black media because, you know, he's a jackass that has no spine, that can't handle criticism. You know, like many other people in this conscious community that sit here talking about, oh, well, don't take out Umar. He's big positive. And, you know, are you kidding me? He won't even tell people what he's doing with other people's money that he has not earned. So, and I will not be going over anything dealing with his mother. I'll leave that to those who believe that sectors are a thing on YouTube. Can't make this shit up. Oh, y'all hit the 1, hit the 4, hit the 4. Make sure you hit that like button and hit the 4. I'm so ready to get started on this. And I'm glad to see other people that are willing to call out this community that's shielding Umar and Polight and all these other just awful people who they feel should not be held accountable because of reasons. Can't make this up. Hey, Saint, how you doing? Shout out to my mods. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to all of those tuning in. I appreciate you all. Miss Coco is up in here. We got Saint up in here. Got Melinda up in here. Hello, all. Hello, gorgeous LLC. God bless you and sending lots of love. Thank you so much. You guys know I've lost one of my godmothers on Thursday. That's why I'm like, I'm not on that petty nonsense. I vocalized how I felt about that person trying to call me out. And as you can see, I can still continue on and not even have to say their name. It's not even relevant. Nope. That's what happens. And they keep watching. So keep watching. Pay attention. And let's get to this. Y'all ready? I want to hear what this young man has to say. All right. Let's get to this. Put a 1 in the chat. You can see in here.
You know, there was once a time, not too long ago, where the YouTube streets were on fire. I'm talking 2014 to about 2018, back when the algorithm wasn't just feeding you TikTok dances and prank videos. It was feeding you consciousness.
Verse 6, Columbia is designed 10 square miles by 10. That's the government, not everything else.
There you go, get it.
That's what he's the president over. A corporation. What is a corporation's main entity that they buy, sell, and trade? You. Are you following me? You a useless eater to them. You sheeple. Are you following me? Your birth certificate is worth $634,000. And this is what they use as collateral with Britain. And that's the only thing that they run in America. You're a human resource. You understand what I'm saying? This is why you have no right.
The titles alone sounded like ancient scrolls. The melanin code of the Anunnaki. The true history of Africa and what they hid from you. White people stole electricity from black people. And somehow, every video had a thumbnail of a pyramid, a galaxy, and a black man pointing to a chalkboard. And this was the golden age of YouTube conscious community. And if you were outside back then, you remember the names. The Avengers of the Hotep University. Brother Polight, Young Pharaoh, Dr. Umar Johnson, Sarah Seti, Sinetta TV, Nature Boy, and many more. Back then, it felt like...
Y'all, 1, 2, 3 are in jail. These 2 in particular are in prison for heinous crimes. He should be under investigation for spending other people's money for 14 years that was not on a school. He keeps going to jail, Pharaoh. You can't make this up. And this is what the conscious community wants to protect and shield. I don't care how long you've been reporting on Umar, whether it's been 18 years, 10 years, 5 years, 3 months. The goal is for him to be held accountable. That's it. Fuck your sector. You would think that some of the people who have been talking about it a lot longer would want to join forces with those who are coming into, this topic of Umar to hold him accountable. Not shun him away because, I've been here for 12 years and they're just saying this. And okay, well, let's come together and then figure all this out. How do we take him down and hold him accountable? That's the goal. I, the queen of YouTube, will not be put into a sector. I'm not doing it. Especially when this is what the conscious community is doing. They're shielding people who are in prison for heinous crimes. Prison for years. Can't make this up. And this is what they put on a pedestal.
Like something serious was happening. Brothers were debating ancient history, talking about African civilizations, breaking down psychology, calling out racism, and exposing hidden history. The debates were legendary. Hours long, no notes, no Google, just 2 dudes screaming about Egypt for 3 hours. And the audience, we were locked in.
Let me finish. Polight says that they were colonized and brought Islam. I can prove to you that the founding members of the Islamic Empire is what you would call Africans today. They left monuments, they left their language, and they founded the system. It's an old system. Take the name away, it's a system designed to implement the laws of God or the Creator. Period. They built universities, they built cities, they rebuilt, and they put white people in a suitcase. Rome, the Sassanids, and the Persians, the same people who were attacking Kemet. Really? You are not a historian. That's your problem. You are picking and choosing, and you don't know lineage.
Well, I guess my gripe with the situation would be,
this
I know
idiot.
You had to hear this before, and I haven't heard you respond to it. I haven't heard no one pose it to you, and I would surmise that these brothers are going to ask you this question that day. Come on. Number one question I have to ask you: if you contend that this Bible is fabricated, tainted, and not as good for our people as the Quran is, the Quran is an offspring of the Bible. You ain't telling me no way around it. The Quran, hold on. The Quran makes mention. That's your statement. The Quran makes hold on.
Polight said nothing of value here. Nothing. He has not proven any point right now. And people call him positive and good for a community. What? This conscious community is shields and protects this clown. And let me remind you all, he's in prison for hating his crime of essaying an underage girl that he called the stepdaughter. This is what they put forth. This is the best of this so-called community, this conscious community. And Umar, a Polight, a nature boy.
Hey, I got another super coming right now.
Yo, we want it. We want it.
We're going in.
Hold on. The Quran makes mention of the same fairy tale niggas that the Bible make mention of.
No, sir. I agree. No, sir.
Unless you're telling me Abraham and Ibrahim
Turn the camera on me.
Hold on. We just got to I'm going to be humble.
No.
He haven't said a word.
I'm going to be humble.
We're scientists.
I want to ask this question. When we dealing with the Exodus, which means by definition a mass departure, right? This story says that 600,000 white people, according to Caucasoid Jews, because I know you wouldn't consider yourself white, so I'm going to say Caucasoid, because I'm dealing with phenotypes. According to Caucasoids, 600,000 Caucasoids migrated out of Egypt and then wandered the desert for 40 years. Now, any Caucasoid person watching this, I'm not attacking you, but let's just be clear here. You couldn't live in the Sahara Desert for 40 days. Let's just be honest here. So you want us to believe that 600,000 Caucasoids left Egypt and then wandered the desert for 40 years and made it to Israel and established a nation. Meanwhile, you can't even go to the beach right now without getting sun cancer. So for one, that is scientifically an impossible story.
You had people in the comment sections like, brother said he just destroyed him with facts. Umar just opened my third eye. And now I'm 37% melanin and 63% cosmic energy. It felt like a digital Harlem Renaissance until things started getting weird. At first, these guys looked like intellectual warriors.
Wait a minute, go back what he said.
Comment sections like, brother said he just destroyed him with facts. Umar just opened my third eye. And now I'm 37% melanin and 63% cosmic energy. It felt like a digital Harlem Renaissance.
They do say that. Yeah. We're part water and part electricity from the Shah Ogun. What? No. Let's test this theory out. Go in the backyard, Umar, and just point your finger out and see if a money tree was sprouting the ground, so you can stop begging all over social media. You would think he would just go and pray to, the queen of electricity and Mother Nature and just say, can you all just drop a bucket of cash in my lap? Like, you don't need to ask us for a dime. You've got at least 12 different Oguni goons you can go and pray to right now. And they should just make it happen with the flick of a finger. Because your cosmic energy. You can make this up. Umar, can you teleport? Y'all, this is so crazy. And you got Pharaoh talking about Caucasoid. Caucasoid relating to the broad division of humankind, including peoples from Europe, Western Asia, and parts of India and North Africa. They didn't say anything about being white or I don't get it. Well, Caucasoid is an obsolete racial classification of humans based on a now disproven theory of biological race. Disproven theory, meaning it has been debunked. So that term is not applicable. It's like saying the number, 198. And it's like, well, that doesn't fall in our spectrum. You're trying to replace that for the number 18. So as opposed to saying 18, you say 198. Well, no, it's 1819, not 19819. He's using a term that has been debunked to classify somebody. And yet, that's so intelligent. Will you? I don't understand this. And this is debunked based on science and genetic tracing here. It is a disproven theory of biological race. The Caucasian race was historically regarded as a biological taxon. And it's crazy how this whole concept here came about. And he's still using it like it's applicable when it's not. Taxing which, depending on which of the historical race classifications was being used, usually included ancient and modern populations from Europe, Western Asia, North Africa, South Asia, and some parts of Central Asia and the Horn of Africa. I'm sorry, I'm reading Wikipedia. I just had to look that up. Caucasoid. Like, why does this sound horrible? The way he's saying it. Also, Caucasoid Europid or Europoid is an obsolete racial classification of humans based on a now disproven theory of biological race. Why is he still using this term? And they consider that to be so intellectually, it's so powerful and so smart. Why is he still using that word? It's called science, Pharaoh. Whether you accept it or not is irrelevant. You accept the concept that US dollars can buy you food. You accept the fact that you need water to sustain your body, your life force, that cosmic energy. You know your body needs water. That's scientifically proven. How do you accept some science but not other science? Make that make sense when it comes down to DNA and genetics. So science says the human body needs water, but yet somehow when it comes to genetics and biological tracing, none of that makes sense to him. This is what the conscious community is peddling now. These are the people they're putting to the forefront, representing them as the best of the best. When you have Pharaoh using terms like Caucasoid, you can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up. This is their best of their best. Umar, but he doesn't want to tell people how he's spending other people's money. And yet he claims that he knows all of his donors. He claims he keeps a list of everything. Oh, I have every single donor, but he won't show the evidence. He won't show any documentation on it. Like him, you have others in this community that love to beat around the damn bush. Yeah, no, I'm going to ask you a direct question. Prove that I said that you lied. Give me the timestamp and a video link. And then they give you everything but that. It's the same characteristics. We don't deflect. If you have evidence and documentation, produce it. Umar has no intentions of opening a school because it's been 14 years and he can't even tell people what he's doing with their money. He can't even be honest about an account being debanked or frozen because those are two different terms with two different concepts. And yet this conscious community continues to protect and shield him, thinking he's doing something positive. They can't name what that positivity is, though. Running your mouth does not mean that you're doing something positive. So am I being positive right now? If I started cussing and just going on, would that be positive? Would that be worth anybody defending and protecting me for? But yet, if I start asking for money and say it's going to go to Comcast, but then when you say, hey, can you show the receipt where you use the money to pay that Comcast bill for the internet? I'm showing you a picture of my couch. Should I expect people to defend me if I don't even produce the documentation to show what I've done with your money? You give it to me that I told you would be used for the Comcast bill for the internet. But when you ask for the evidence, though, I'm showing you a picture of my couch. Make it make sense? Should I expect an entire community to get behind me? Because I'm coming up here and saying a bunch of things that you like to hear. Now, all of a sudden, don't take that person to court. They're doing something positive. This is the stuff that we're getting back from this conscious community where they're scared to sue Umar because the elders, whoever they are, I mean, it could be all the Oguni goons, whatever. But they believe he's doing something positive, even though he can't show you how he's spending your money for the last 14 years. His name's not even on the deeds for the bandos. He can't even prove he bought the buildings. He refuses to show a receipt. So what we doing? This is what this conscious community is protecting.
Until things started getting weird.
Crazy stuff.
At first, these guys looked like intellectual warriors. Everybody had titles: doctor, general, king, chief, grandmaster. Some of these dudes had so many titles, you think they were the Wakandan royal family. You couldn't just be Mike from Baltimore. No, you had to be Supreme Solar Lord Ankara VII. Everybody was teaching something: ancient history, African spirituality, Pan-Africanism, hidden history. And honestly, some of the lectures was actually pretty interesting.
The first one.
Wow.
You cannot be sexually confused working at my school. Okay? I'm gonna be clear. Okay? Ain't nothing politically correct about me. Okay? I don't do Hollywood consciousness. I do grassroots consciousness. Okay?
Yeah, because apparently for him, that there's no difference. He does media tours all over the world. And he still has no job. You going on all these different podcasters and you still repeating the same old BS. Get this, while he talks about what's going on in Hollywood, how many times has he talked about Serena or Venus Williams? How many times has he talked about politics? How many times does he bring up Hollywood actors, rappers, their babies? Like, how many times does he even tap into what's happening in Hollywood over what is happening with these two bandos that he purchased in another universe because he didn't buy them? K-12 management bought them. But he goes out on these podcasts. He sits here and talks about Hollywood more than that. When you ask him what's going on with the schools, well, people saying that I haven't created. I'm the most intellectual scholar on earth. Then he just deflect and deter and dodge and dip and duck from the question. Now he's pushing a date out for 2027. But it's been how long? Since 2019. So over the last 7 good years, nothing has happened to where he could say, we're opening up in August. They won't pass inspection, but he won't tell you all that either because he thinks that you all are too stupid to know that these buildings have to go through an inspection by the city of Wilmington. Umar, where's the receipt that you paid those judgments to the court? They said they're satisfied and paid in full. Where's the evidence that you paid it? Just like I've proven you are not the owner of those buildings. I have the deeds. And I've shown them multiple times here. You can go on the city's website to see K-12 management purchase those buildings. None of this stuff is in his name. He owns nothing. He has not built anything. He's not the proprietor. Nothing. And I've always challenged him to debunk me. Produce a receipt where you purchased the buildings. Produce anything where you're the owner of those bandos, Umar. Why won't the conscious community demand that he does that? Prove that you own them. They do not want to hold him accountable in any shape, form, or fashion. It's some clown shit.
If you confuse, stay on the other side until you are unconfused.
Yeah, he goes to Hyde Park.
Peace, family. This video right here is about how to become the person you envision yourself being, internal versus external destination. We're going to deal with internal and external destination last. First, we're going to start off with First Things First, which is how to become the person you envision yourself being.
Name is Wisdom.
Who are the founding fathers of this whole demonic? What I do is rather than talk about the top of my head, is your dollar back.
Hey,
At the top of my head, I go to books like the Bloodlines of the Illuminati. What? It gives you all of the families that are here, not written by a black man, not written by Griff. You understand what I'm saying? These are the bloodlines of the Illuminati. This is why Barack Obama, President Obama, is tied in via the bloodline.
Why would we need that? How is that useful in getting anyone's rent paid but his? Because if he sells these books, he's making the money. Otherwise, how is any of that information in that book useful towards us getting a light bill paid or buying groceries? Why do we care about this? Like they're writing books, they put out pamphlets where they're basically scamming and conning people. It's a scheme. Let me just throw out a bunch of fluff and things that you think you need to know. None of that would be useful in helping you get a job. None of it. He's not teaching anyone how to own a business in this stupid ass book. So why do we need it? And yet they convince people that they need to buy it because, all the juicy details in this. It's a gossip column. Who cares?
This is why Jay-Z said that he was sitting in San Tropez sipping $20,000 bottles of Cristal with the Blue Bloods. Are you following me? So when you talk about a place like the White House, they're not talking about a physical place. They're talking.
Not one DNA test result will be in that book, by the way. So this won't be based on science, because DNA testing is a real thing. No, you're not going to see any science in that book. You're just going to see a bunch of what this person said and what that person said. A gossip column.
About a bloodline.
Clown shit.
So we can call their names all day long.
Yeah, blue
but
blood,
until you connect the dots that Steve Coakley teaches us, you don't know who's operating with who. All right, so Fritz Springmeier broke it down in this book, The Bloodlines of the Illuminati.
You had packed debate events, hundreds of people showing up. It looked like black intellectual boxing matches, except instead of punches, they were throwing PowerPoint slides about pyramids. But slowly, the cracks started showing.
The unconscious community.
See, the problem with the conscious community is that it eventually became less about the consciousness and more about the beef. Everybody started beefing with everybody. It was like Love and Hip Hop, Hotep edition. Sarah said he started beefing with Umar.
Pete, don't nobody want to hear that weak shit you talking about with your one topic preaching ass? Why don't you teach something sometime? Bring some manuscripts. You don't never bring no motherfucking manuscript because you claim to know it all. Thieving ass. You don't never call on an elder. You don't never say, let me.
Who are the elders? Because I would like to call upon them to tell them to go sit the F down somewhere and stop acting as if they control all black people on earth. When they're allowing somebody like an Umar to run all over them. Clown shit. So either they're weak or they lack a spine. But they let Umar run all over them and control them. To the point where they don't even want to sue him to get discovery out of him to show what he's doing with their money they've been giving him for well over 14 years. And all for what? We don't need him to write a manuscript. We want him to get a fucking job. Can you say job, Umar? We want to see your resume. We want to see you do applications to get a job. That's it. We want to know how you're earning income. Because right now you're just spending donor dollars to go buy cinnamon swirls at Cinnamon Bun. They're hiring. You can just go work for them and eat for free. This is why this whole, the Umar sector this and Umar sector. Fuck the sectors. It's not getting anywhere. Look how long this has been going on. If this is the mentality that these people have in this conscious community, it's laughable. This is why he's not being held accountable. And yet they're scared to report his ass to the authorities. Can you believe it? On the account of elder abuse, you don't want to report him though, because you want to protect him. Get F out of here.
Thank this elder for leading the way in this area. Thieving ass. Don't even give credit to the ancestors and elders. And then you go come out here talking about a tribunal. What?
Oh my God.
You played yourself.
Just egos, y'all. Just egos.
You played yourself. Now watch me move. Let's see how big your words is. Watch me move across this motherfucker. Like I'm ice skating. I'm gonna just skate across this motherfucker. Don't nobody want to hear that garbage no more, nigga. You an old preacher, nigga, with the same old sermon. God damn, man, that's all y'all niggas talk about, little boys. Little boy, y'all don't switch it up no time. Little boys this, little boys that. And then you switch it up, you might talk about the woman a couple times, because while you faking like you're teaching her son, you're trying to get in her pants. See, I don't have to be no nigga like that. Nigga, that came, I'm a king. Nigga, I've been loved by the sisters for a very long time, so I know how to act. See, when a nigga, get a little attention, and a couple of sisters might come along with that. See, you don't know how to act. You don't know how to act when that shit come along.
He's right about that. I wish he would have asked, where are these donations that you're getting coming in? How are you spending that money again? Because if they start asking this question, yeah, I mean, will they be ashamed of how they will be approached with the same question? Do any of these people have jobs? Are they working somewhere? Because it's fine if you're an independent journalist, if you're a social media influencer, whatever. I'm not knocking that at all. However, is it that they don't want to hold Umar accountable for how he's spending donations because they themselves know that they can't produce how they're spending donations either? Because why couldn't he just say, how are you spending these donations? Why don't you show proof that this money is going towards a school? I mean, hell, mic drop, enough said. He's not wrong for what he's saying. But then they don't stay on top of that and then hold him accountable with it. Because Umar is still saying this dumb shit. Years later, he's still saying the same thing. Where is this getting us, though? They're just drumming this up. And they want to sit here and talk about independent journalists and myself doing stuff for views. You don't get on social media, do content, and then expect no one to watch it. But I'm intentional with mine. Because this conscious community has allowed this clown like an Umar or Polight to go out here and do all this BS. And for what? Still no accountability. And now they're scared to sue him, according to Marianne Lorian. So what in the hell is this for if you're not going to hold him accountable and say, we demand that you either start showing receipts of how you're spending other people's money or go sit your ass down somewhere and we're going to go in on you. From the elders down to the old goonie goon or whatever. Who cares? Take that how you want. It's not getting us anywhere when it comes to accountability. And they want people to believe that he's under federal investigation now. Keep that in mind.
See, I've been doing this shit for a mighty long time. So I ain't shocked.
Hit the like button, y'all.
You get a little queen come up to you and whisper in your ear and you done lost it all. You think you're the man. You're doing everything now. That's simping. That ain't, you're simping right now. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be leading the sisters in the right way and all you want to do is get in their pants. That's cool. That's cool, man.
No, it's
ain't
not.
Nobody mad at you.
No, it's not cool. That's the problem. You fostering that behavior, and now look what we got. It's the year of our Lord 2026, and that's still all he's damn doing. This is the passivity that no one needs. Don't pacify the bullshit. Where do the contribution donation dollars going? Oh, I ain't trying to hear, I ain't trying to block another dude. What do you mean? Fuck all that. He refers to women as desserts. What are we talking about? He's a clown.
No, but why you come out in the open and want to throw shade on the nigga, knowing you wide open like that? I don't understand. You gonna call on the tribunal, and people been talking about your ass for the last 2 years. Okay, you starting with tribunals? Start with your own. Start with your own. How about that?
No.
How about that? Let's get into this.
Produce receipt.
That we just got to run into every nigga in the game. Because y'all just keep calling niggas names. You keep forcing yourself in the shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? If you didn't say shit and you didn't do nothing in the last 6 months leading up, don't say shit now. Just take your ass on where you was and shut the fuck up. Because you're irrelevant. You don't, I mean, when the people really need you, you're not there. All you could do is come after the fact and try to jab at it. You see what I'm saying? That's all y'all could do. So that's my take on that. I don't have to say shit else. Watch me as I move through the year. And I won't address it. I addressed it because niggas spoke out. So if anybody thinking that I'm coming to a tribunal, fuck you. I won't be there.
What's
I heard you, albino. I'ma handle your ass tonight, pussy. You ain't getting away with that shit. You should have never came for me. I never with your little dirty broke ass anyway. Still living in mama house. What type of grown?
Why Umar look like he been crying for many hours? He said this about me. You, mama. So now he's picking on me. That's how he look. Umar looks like he's been crying like hell. Yo, you can't make this up. What the hell wrong with him? Now I'm gonna handle you. Mama. Fucking idiot. What's wrong with him? Look how he's sitting here. He got his red cap on. He got his arm all folded up, throwing the tantrum. You ain't dead. I can't believe you saying this about me. I thought you loved me so much. What the hell? Crying in a hotel, y'all. He looks like he's been crying for many hours. Many hours. Umar looks like he's been crying like a baby. And then he decided to dry his eyes and go live. That's it. Face all dirty and nasty. I can't tell the difference between his skin and his mustache or beard or whatever. I don't even see the lines between the two. The dirt and hair is all blended together. Y'all see this? All I see is this little brown portion right here. His eyes, nose, and that's it. Y'all see my green pointer? All I see is this little area right here. All of this could be hair or could be dirt. I don't know which one. Or he could have used a black marker and filled it in. Who knows? This doesn't even look real.
Ass going on 50, still living in this mama house. Look at my face when you talking to me. This ain't no WW.
My face. How dare you? It's crazy.
Who the f is you, the conscious Hulk Hogan? You the conscious Hulk Hogan? Papa Smurf? Motherfucker, you look like Tattoo from Fantasy Island with your stupid ass. Who the f is you? Randy Macho Man, Seti Savage? You's a fucking nut. You's a fucking nut. What play?
All this name calling, and still Umar has not shown receipts of how he's spending everybody else's money. Who paid for that hotel? Who bought that hat? Who bought this shirt? Because he doesn't have a job. He can't buy any of this stuff. If you take away your donation dollars, Umar would be a literal bum. Still living with his mother. I want you all to keep that in mind. He would not be able to afford any of this if you were not giving him your hard-earned money. And you can't demand a receipt to show how it's being spent towards a school opening. This conscious community is a bunch of cowards right now, because this is what you all are putting forth as your so-called leaders, your so-called kings. This is it. A grown man crying over words another grown man said about him. He's crying. Look at my face and tell me how dare you?
Platform you got? What platform you got? You's a dirty nigga. Sonetta built your nut ass. Now you want it with the prince, nigga? You the general? Well, I'm the prince, nigga. The general answers to the prince. I call fucking shot. You dirty midget. Fucking albino nigga. Your problem is you got an inferiority complex. Don't blame me for that shit. I'm not the reason.
Umar, you have no job. You own nothing. You have no evidence that you bought a bando, let alone two. You told on yourself, to Father Christmas, the one that looks like Black Moses. It was never our intent to open both schools, only one. So why are you raising money for two buildings? You weren't going to open both, just a smaller one, remember? Now he's sitting here. Y'all look at this freeze frame. He gonna start growling and barking in a minute. What the hell is happening?
You look like a nigga. Dr. Umar ain't the reason you look like a This ain't Sonetta talking. This me, nigga. I stands my own.
So, they like to sit here and talk about how all Black people are powerful and all, but yet you create factions and sections and sectors, when you talk about the variations of melanin. So for me, I'm a white woman comparison to Umar based on what he's saying about this other guy. Then if you're light skinned, you're just white. That is the intellect that Umar holds in his head. Never mind the fact that we're all made different. Doesn't mean that I'm less Black than he is, but because I'm not as dark as he is, I will be white to him. Based on this tantrum that Umar is throwing right now, this tantrum like a 2-year-old, because his feelings are hurt. Because that man hurt his feelings. Because that's what he cares about, is feelings and emotions. Don't speak negative of him. He's doing something positive in our community, even though he hasn't opened a school at all. And it's been 15 years. He's been taking our money. We've been buying him Little Debbie Swiss rolls and ginger ale. But don't say anything about him because he's a positive influence. While he sits here and makes a difference in shades of melanin. So if you're as light skinned as I am, you don't have a chance. You have no shot. Umar is just going to call me white and keep living. Even though, wouldn't the conscious community be like, no, Black is Black. We're not all supposed to be the same shade of Black. We're not all supposed to be created the same. Nope. His racist ass is going to call you a white person because you're light skinned. How is that any different than how people who were mixed during segregation or slavery, how is it any different in how they were treated? How's that any different when you were characterized by having, even a quarter of Black blood, you were considered Black. And then you were treated horribly. So you get cast out of this one group because you're Black, but cast out of this other group because you're too light skinned. That's all Umar is perpetuating. It's the racism. It's the stereotypes. That's what he's doing. That man is Black. He's just light skinned. But yet, he sounds like people who didn't like mixed people during slavery or during Jim Crow segregation because they had a quarter drop of blood in their skin. That's how Umar sounds right now. What makes him any different from a slave master? But this is their leader in the Black conscious community, where he's repeating the talking points of those that attack people for being mixed. This is it. He's a racist himself. And they don't even want to admit to that or ask him to show receipts that he spent their money on a school opening or sue his ass for it. Nope.
On ground, I ride alone, nigga. I don't need nobody backing me. What you calling niggas on the phone for? You got something to say to me? Why you calling men up on the phone for? Speak your speech. Nigga. Speak your speech. Nigga. Speak your speech. You built like that? I got some shit for you. I got some shit for you. Y'all ready for this, family? Y'all ready for this? I'm in Detroit Friday. Family. I challenge you to a debate in your own city. I'm in Detroit Friday. Little nigga, let's debate. My lecture will be from...
He sounds just like a slave master. Put him against a slave master from any movie we watched, and Umar sounds just like them. That's his mentality. It's a slave master mentality. If it were up to Umar and this were the 1600s, Umar would be selling his own people to slavery. Because he has the mentality of a slave master. It's the racism for me. It's the I did it just because he's light skinned. Oh, yep, no. You're white in my eyes. Wow. But yeah, it's supposed to be Black consciousness. Oh, they don't speak for me.
6 to 8, and I charge Papa Smurf. I charge Minnie Mouse to a 1-hour debate on who really runs the RBG Black Consciousness Movement. Nigga. Fuck a YouTube. Fuck a face.
Cult leader. You run an RBG. That's cult leader talk. Who runs this? What do you mean? And then if you don't get on board behind him, he's going to send out the Oguni goons to dox you, to come pull up on you at your address, and then put those people at risk of getting shot on sight. Because he thinks that somehow this social media thing is a game for him. He has doxed people, put people's addresses out there, and then want people to pull up on these folks, to scare them, to intimidate them, to threaten them. You know, like slave masters do, to try to keep the masses in line and in check. And this is what the conscious community wants to support. And they call this shit positive. Let's not sue him. He's doing positive things while he doxes people and wants people to pull up on somebody because they were an op and said something he didn't like. He should be in jail. Nobody takes threats kindly, Umar. You pull up on me in my neck of the woods, you will be shot. And I'm going to make sure that all of SWAT from my police department out here is here to do it. People don't play games like that. The hell is wrong with him? But this is what the conscious community supports.
In Detroit Friday, I challenge you to a debate in your own city.
Crazy.
I'm in Detroit Friday, little nigga. Let's debate. My lecture will be from 6 to 8, and I charge Papa Smurf. I charge Minnie Mouse to a 1-hour debate on who really runs the RBG Black Consciousness Movement. Nigga. Fuck a YouTube. Fuck a Facebook. You
is so ridiculous.
In your town. Nigga. That's right. You got the hometown advantage. You got home court. Nigga. 3 questions. 3 questions is what we're going to do. SETI, you fucking nut. 3 questions, bitch. Question number 1. What have you done for Black people in the past 15 years? Because your ass keeps screaming about what the you done, but I ain't seen shit.
Yeah, Umar looks so sassy with this. What have you done in the past 15 years? Because I can see he still got his arms crossed like this the whole time. What have you done in the past 15 years? Because I ain't seen nothing. He might as well just start rolling his neck and pointing his little finger. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing from you. What have you done? Zero style. Y'all in living color. I remember the dude that used to walk around with a little cap on his head. Zorro style. And all around the world and back again. Like, what the hell is wrong with him? It's like he's having a bitch fit or something. It's the sugar rush from the Little Debbie snack cakes and the peach cobblers and the cakes and pies and stuff he's been eating and then downing with ginger ale. Schweppes. This is what's happening here. Children, this is why you gotta have a balanced diet. Eat some vegetables and drink some water. You can't make this up. He's having a sugar rush fit, throwing a whole tantrum, and the worst he could do, yep, let's have a debate. I challenge you to a duel. Smack, smack. 3 questions, 1 answer, 1 bed, 1 sale, by myself. Ready to go night night. What a clown. And they say he's doing positive things in the conscious community. What has Umar done again? Yeah, let's go down his list of accolades of nothingness that he has done because he can't even get a school open in 15 years. Umar can't even prove that he purchased a building in his name or with any LLC that he has allegedly registered with. Nope, no documentation or evidence on that at all. Umar doesn't even own the buildings.
But a bunch of plagiarized ass lectures. You ain't no fucking scholar, nigga. You ain't done no scholar shit. You taking shit out of niggas' books. I'm published, nigga. Research articles and books. I'm published, nigga. You ain't wrote no books. You ain't done no articles because you's a fucking plagiarist. All your information come from other
You can't make this up.
Talking that shit, Mighty Mouse. You think I ain't studied your little nut ass, nigga? Think I ain't studied you? Every time you look in the mirror, you see a cracker, nigga. Every time you look in the mirror, you see a cracker, nigga. So you got to go extra hard because you're trying to prove to yourself that you're a black man. I ain't got that problem. I'm melanated, bitch. I'm melanated, bitch. When I look in the mirror, I see
racism. Look at this. Why is he throwing up West Side? Why is he doing that? Wasn't he born and raised in Philly? That's on the East Coast. Why is he throwing up West Side gang? Umar, they're gonna beat the shit out of you. Snoop Dogg is gonna beat the crap out of you. y'all, is he throwing up West Side figures? He keeps talking about a nut. That is very suspicious to me. Y'all, conservative said, and said, and don't smoke crack. Crack is wet. Francisco said RGM collector, he couldn't lead himself to the next library. The master plagiarist calling someone else a plagiarist. Can you believe it? Umar, I got your dissertation. And I told you, keep lying and I'll get the rest. You underestimate what people can do because they're on YouTube while you still cannot open a school. You can't even prove that you bought the building because you didn't. And this is public information, by the way. Anybody can go on the city's website and see that K-12 management bought the buildings. You can't make this up. Yo, this is so crazy. Shout out to my Chaos Brew girl. I was talking about you in the beginning, how you went in on that other person talking about the sector or something. I said, man, fuck the sector. The goal is to take this clown down. And you got this conscious community that's sitting here propping him up, talking about he's doing positive things. This doesn't sound very positive to me. Umar's throwing a tantrum, girl. He's got his arms folded. He's mad at another man for being light-skinned, because of reasons. This is where we at right now. Umar is sitting here getting his mean mug face on like he's got constipation, diarrhea, upset stomach, and no Pepto-Bismol in sight. He's got everything happening everywhere all at once inside of his body. He's having a full gastrointestinal explosion. And he's taking it out on another man because that man is light-skinned. It's unbelievable. And the conscious community says, oh, no, let's not sue him because he's a positive. He's done so much. He's done nothing but taking their money and then refuses to show how he spent it. You know, because all the receipts will show that he's been to Cinnabon at least 18 times in a week. He's melanated. He's melanated bashing. Yeah, he's melanin bashing. He's a racist. Umar's a racist. So if this is the reflection of this Black conscious community, and Umar sounds just like a slave master, then that goes to show what they stand for. They're willing to let him take the helm and be the leader. He sounds like a cult leader up in here. Y'all, you can't make this up. He went to college for 20 years and think he a professor. Exactly. You can't make this up. A redemption, Umar's lame attempt of acting hard is comical at best. Exactly. Y'all, he's got his arms folded the entire time. He's in sassy mode. Y'all, he's sitting here looking like this. And you want to challenge me? Come to a duel. I challenge you to a duel. A debate. No, not one where he gets his ass whooped. Nope, a debate. You know, a war of words. While he sits and calls this man the N-word, a coon, a white man, it's all everything but black. All because he's light-skinned. Spring water is naturally alkaline. Shout out to you. Y'all, this is something else. This is why Umar cannot speak in professional circles. Because he gets mad and, you know, words hurt his feelings because he's a punk ass. He has no spine. He doesn't like criticism or anything like that. And then you have his followers that want to pretend like they're so-called trying to hold him accountable when they're really just pushing his talking points and showing us who they really are by acting just like him. They can't take criticism either. You know, it's the cult mentality. Oh, how dare you speak of our cult leader this way? He's so positive. He's done nothing, but whatever. This is what they support. Child, listen, she thought. And the Muppets were inspired. Did you see my Chaos new video with the Cabbage Patch Muppets? I'm not. Oh, we gotta see it. I've been calling Marianne a Cabbage Patch. So is the other one. You can't make this up. Salute to you. I couldn't find it in the city hall files. They wanted me to go through something, pay a fee, and yada, yada, yada. Sound like another hustle. Yeah. And yet they think writing these little pamphlets somehow is, oh, this is what you haven't written in manuscript. Who wants Umar to write? No one wants Umar to write a manuscript. No one should expect Umar to write. I don't want him to think hard. He's an idiot. We've read his dissertation. The last thing Umar needs to do is write. Johnny Walker Dredd and I, shout out to Johnny Walker Dredd, because he's over there keeping it busy with Rashad Ritchie and all his fake ass degrees. Johnny Walker Dredd and I did a collab live stream where we go over Umar's dissertation. He's a complete idiot. No one should want him to write a manuscript. We want him to get a job. We want him to tell us how he spent all of this donation money for the last 14 years. I would love for him to prove how he owns these bandos because he didn't build anything. You know, he used these terms so frivolously because he can't define them. And yet he wants to challenge someone to a debate. Umar, you have to master the English language first before you go and debate. Unless he's going to be speaking another language. It must be the language of the conscious community. It's something that we don't understand. Hey, Coco. Garbage pail kids, y'all. You can't make this up. Umar's got, look at his face. This is the look of a man that's been trying to squeeze out a turd for like 20 minutes and it got painful and he just gave up. And now it's stuck wherever it is. And he's mad and he's taking it out on somebody because they're light skinned, challenging them to a debate. You know, that's the duel. Where he's got his arms folded up the entire time. Umar, you should be concerned that we can't tell the difference between the hair on your face and just flat out dirt. I mean, didn't you take a shower? God.
Think I ain't studied you? Every time you look in the mirror, you see a cracker. Every time you look in the mirror, you see a cracker. So you got to go extra hard because you're trying to prove to yourself that you're a black man. I ain't got that problem. I'm melanated, bitch. I'm melanated.
Yo, he's throwing up the West Side sign. Look at this. What the heck is wrong with him? Oh, you're going to get your ass whooped for that one, Umar. He should.
When I look in the mirror, I see a black man. When you look in the mirror, you see a cracker. You got that Napoleon thing going on. You got that Napoleon. You see that date, August 21st, bitch. That's when I was born. 821, nigga. Bring it. Bring it, motherfucker. Little dirty.
What does that mean? August 21st. I was born March 31st. That's supposed to be something. Today's my father's birthday. May he rest in peace. What does that mean? You're still a punk? He said he studied another grown man. I want y'all to let that sink in for a second. He didn't study a job description. No, he studied another grown man, you know, because of reasons. And he's calling him derogatory names because he's light-skinned. And Umar is not a slave master in another lifetime.
Midget. I called for an elders meeting because shit was getting out of hand. It wasn't about you. I don't go around think about.
Yeah, he went crying to the elders because, you know, a light-skinned man called him a punk ass and said he's done nothing. And he was not lying. Umar still has done nothing. And they're too afraid to sue him, to get discovery out of him, to get financials out of him, to figure out how he's spending other people's money. That's what we are in life. Now we got to watch this overgrown man baby child with his arms folded up study another man, and the worst thing he could do is call him a derogatory slur name for white people when the man is black. All because Umar feels inferior because he's dark-skinned and he refuses to take a fucking bath. We should not be wondering, when does your face start and your beard ends? This is disgusting. And yet women fiend for Umar with his unbathed, unclean ass.
About you broke ass nigga. Do you even have a job? Talking about you leading the RBG movement and you living on your mama couch. How the is you leading the movement and you living on your mama couch? Explain that shit to me. Who lives with his mama? Who can't even get his own place to live, still got to live at his mother's? Do you even have a job, nigga? And then you bringing up female shit? You really want to go there, family? You bringing up female shit? You really want to go there?
Umar, you live with your mother. You do not have a job. What are we talking about? You have no job. You have no money. You living on your mama's couch. You're doing live stream sessions where you're trying to psychologize kids or give advice to parents about their kids from her closet. And you don't have a license or certificate to do that. The Board of Psychology in the entire state of Pennsylvania told you to stop. We went over those court documents. Y'all, they said that even if he could get a certificate or license, they don't want him to, because he has lied to the public and deceived the public so much. They don't feel that he would act in good faith. And he still goes and tries to give this advice under the guise of having a license or certificate when he doesn't. Having a degree is not the same thing as having a license or certificate to practice psychology. Two totally different things. He's already gotten in trouble for that once, and he still does it. And yet, he refuses to fill out a job application with McDonald's. Go figure. Or Cinnabon. I don't care where you work. Just get a job and go to work. He's not opening a school.
You better think twice, nigga. You fail to realize you dealing with the president. You dealing with King Kong consciousness right here, bitch. I done came across people you done dealt with. I know chicks who didn't spend time with you, nigga. And they done all said the same thing. You's a broke ass nigga, and you got two pennies to rub together, and you gonna come at me? I challenge you, nigga, to a debate in your city on my stage Friday. Call his ass up. Do you accept or not, nigga? I'm not paying you because you do nothing for me. I sells out everywhere the fuck I go. I don't need you. You are no benefit.
You sell out because you're a sellout. So he doesn't even give them anything for free. And yet they say he does positive things. Everything he does is to take money from his own community, from his own people. You know, this conscious community is something else. Where are they at when it comes to me needing a super chat? Where the conscious community at? The cable bill is $70. Can I get some supers? Can I get some cash apps? These cult members are something else. But they gonna take care of his ass until he drop. And he will never ever give them a school. But yet he sells out everywhere he goes. And he's charging them to go and yell at them for however long he chooses to do so. And they pay for that shit. They're paying to see him say the same thing over and over again and still produce no school. Not a receipt, not a transaction, not a deed, nothing. And they call him being positive.
I challenge you, nigga, to a debate in your city on my stage Friday.
Oh my God.
Call his ass up. Do you accept or not, nigga? I'm not paying you because you do nothing for me. Stuff. I sells out everywhere the fuck I go. I don't need you. You are no benefit to my movement, you broke ass nigga.
What movement?
I'll send you some taxi fare. Nigga. 3 questions. The first question, what have you done for your people that you wasn't paid for in the past 15 years since you keep on screaming?
Umar, what have you done for your people that you weren't paid for in the past 15 years? I mean, we can ask these same questions of you. We know that you're not going to answer them because more than likely, you know, words are hard for him. So he won't understand the definition of those terms. But we can still ask Umar the same questions. So as opposed to him just doing a video and saying, listen, why don't we have a debate? No, he ran to some elders, whoever they are. And then they pacified him and they said, woo, 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 it's going to be okay. Woo, 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 woo. Like what you call it from Living Single? Woo, 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 woo. They gave him a lollipop and a balloon and they sent him on his way. And they've been pacifying his ass for 15 years. Plus some. And he thinks this is his movement. Like he has a movement of people. That's called a cult. You know, because it's a cult. They don't believe he can do anything wrong. And they refuse to ask him these same questions. Where's this school again, Umar? How have you spent that money again? How many times have you gone to Cinnabon in a week? Y'all ate good though. One of your people said you and her, y'all ate good. Y'all spent money on eating out. But yet, no school. Can't make this shit up.
since you keep on screaming that shit. Question number 2, what is the platform and ideology of your so-called movement? And then I'm going to lay mine down for Team Pan-African, IMIPAP. And then the third movement. What is your solutions to the problems affecting us as African people, you midget?
What do you say? IMIPAP?
Question number 2, what is the platform and ideology of your so-called movement? And then I'm going to lay mine down for Team Pan-African, IMIPAP. And then the third movement.
First of all, you spell African with a K. Secondly, you're still an idiot, and we've read your dissertation. So you're not smarter for saying this. Third of all, you don't have a movement. You have a cult where they do not hold you accountable, where these elders just allow you to whine and cry whenever things get tough for you, I guess. You know, when it comes down to you having to pay a bill, like the water bill, sewage, a judgment from a court. And then you turn around and then you demand that people prove things to you. That's laughable to me. Who the hell owes you information? Who owes you anything, Umar? You dumb Oompa Loompa. Who owes you anything? The worst he could say was this guy was a derogatory word because he's light-skinned. Everything else is cult speak. I am a PAP. I am a movement. So am I. I'm the queen of YouTube. I mean, what the hell? we can do this all day. Either way, I'm not telling people I'm opening up a school. And he says this like a challenge. And name anyone else that's out here building institutions. LeBron James, Jalen Rose, many others. Jamar's father-in-law. You have a lot of other black people that have built institutions from the ground up. You built nothing. K-12 bought 2 bandos that you were supposed to convert into schools, and you have failed to do so. You failed. Because you're a failure, Umar. Just like when it comes to you parenting and anything else. This is all coming from somebody that doesn't even take care of his own kids. Okay.
What is your solutions to the problems affecting us as African people? You midget. You little Napoleon.
A midget.
Answer that in front of the people. 7 minutes on each question. You get 7, I get 7. We'll get the big brother Malik to do it. Malik Shabazz, he can moderate it. I ain't talking new Black Panther Malik. I'm talking about the brother Malik Shabazz out of Detroit, so y'all don't get it twisted. No disrespect to the other brother. He can moderate that. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and then the last 20 minutes will be questions from the audience.
Young Pharaoh was beefing with everybody.
I'm not going back and forth with y'all niggas. None of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. Stop playing with me, dog. Stop playing with me. You know I'll murk one of y'all niggas.
Oh, no.
What I gotta do? I gotta call your daughter ugly? Your daughter ugly. Now, them fighting words. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Your daughter ugly. You talking about she got kidnapped.
What's wrong with him?
Her ass and gave her back. Now, them fighting words. Fight me. I got 5 bands for you. If you don't like what I'm saying about your daughter, fight me. Fight me. Fight me. When you grow up and you see this video, I want you to know that, yes, I'm calling you ugly and your dad is a bitch. And he's not going to do nothing about it. Now, you's an ugly little girl, and if your dad got a problem, he can fight me. Now, I'll knock your ass out. For 5, I'll give you 5 bands to let me beat your ass. You talking about you a street nigga and you a big crit. No disrespect to crit. I love all my niggas in the street. But you talking about you a big homie. You not no big homie. So let's fight.
What?
Now, I'm giving you fight. I'm talking about I'm calling your daughter ugly. That's my opinion.
Who is he talking about? Who is he talking about? Y'all, this is crazy. Why is he calling somebody's child ugly? Listen, that's never necessary to go after people's kids. It really isn't. And this is the one that went after Nature Boy. I mean, hard. And it's like, had he just stuck to like holding them accountable, he actually would been okay. But he's going to jail and all this nonsense. He's sitting here calling people's kids ugly and stuff. Polight could rot and go to hell, but calling his daughter ugly is just no. That's not necessary. It's Polight's daughter. He doesn't have to call Polight's kids any names. Why bring children into this? Exactly. Children don't have to be brought into this conversation. It's crazy. It's not necessary. I hate the way that Umar just neglects his kids, but I don't have to bring up the kids or call them names or anything. He's just a piss poor dad. He's a sperm donor. It's that simple. But bringing the kids up and calling them names, that's so unnecessary. It's ridiculous.
Your daughter ugly. I don't care if you talk about me. Nothing you say to me hurts me. Your daughter ugly. Let's fight. What you want to do?
You're going after his daughter, though, not him.
I'm tired of your bitch ass.
Look at this.
And then they're going to be talking about, oh, young Pharaoh called my daughter ugly. Then you've been trolling me for 4 years. Lying on me for 4 years. What you talking about? Oh, he called my daughter ugly. You wasn't worried about people's daughters when you was having them run away with you at 16. You wasn't 16, 17 in bookstores and shit. Let's fight. Let's fight.
See, and that's the thing. Polight is disgusting. He should be dragged, but he should be dragged. His minor daughter had nothing to do with that. Kids can't help who their parents are. Especially when their parents are in prison and they deserve to be there. This little girl can't help how nasty, disgusting her dad is. There was never a reason to go. Had he not done that, I would have agreed with this conversation. But I can't agree to him going after this minor child like this.
Your daughter ugly, bitch.
Goodness.
And she's so ugly they gave her little monkey-looking ass back when they kidnapped her. Let's fight. Fight for your daughter's honor. Fight for your daughter's honor. I am disrespecting your daughter's honor. Will you uphold your daughter's honor? I want smoke. Your daughter ugly. Your dead mama ugly. Nigga, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Who else? Nigga, your baby that's on the way ugly. Fuck you. Nigga. Let's fight. Let's fight. Nigga, uphold your family's honor. Let's get it. I want smoke. Your wife ugly. Your great grandmama ugly. Your daddy ugly. You ugly. Let's fight. I want smoke.
Oh, he had to say Polight is ugly. Polight is a very ugly person, inside and out. That's it. With the baby that's not even born. Oh, come on.
If you got a problem with what I'm saying, let's get it in. Let's get it in.
This is crazy.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
What the hell?
Out your mouth, you bitch ass. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. I hope your mama turning her. I hope somebody dig her motherfucking grave up and piss on her motherfucking.
Oh, how much more this?
Fair ones, or keep my out your mouth. Ugly ass daughter, dead ass mama. Get off my dick. Fuck you. Bitch ass, pussy ass. Probably look.
How much
At
more?
some point, the debates.
Okay. I just had to fast forward that. I can't. That's enough. Good grief.
And Side Netter was like, I'm beefing with anybody who don't buy a ticket. At some point, the debate stopped being about history and turned into, you're a Freemason agent. No, you're a Freemason agent. No, you're a CIA plant. At one point, I'm pretty sure somebody accused somebody of being a reptilian from Atlantis. And the audience still watching.
A reptilian.
Because let's be honest, it was that entertaining. Then came the scandals. And this is where the whole thing started to fall apart. Let's talk about the most shocking one. Brother Polight. Brother Polight was one of the biggest names of the conscious community. He presented himself as a genius, a master teacher, a scholar of ancient wisdom, until allegations surfaced involving his girlfriend's daughter.
We were not friends. We were not allies. We were not associates. I really didn't care for the man. According to the reports that I'm receiving.
Umar is the biggest liar on earth. You would think that they would have called Polight out when he was scamming, coming up with these dumbass pamphlets on how to steal property. A man went to prison, went to jail for listening to Polight by stealing property simply because he thought that he could renovate it and then it means that it's his and he can just go apply and get the title for the property. That's not how that works. They literally teach people that going to court and then saying that you're a sovereign citizen and the court has no jurisdiction over you means that all charges should be dropped and you should just walk out and never be held accountable for committing crimes in the United States of America. Never mind our Constitution or laws. And you know what judges started saying? Walk out of here and see what happens. These people were having bench warrants issued against them because they thought that the courts had no jurisdiction over them. So they go out, commit a crime, break the law, and then they didn't go to court. Or they go to court, and then the judge will say, why are you here? If you feel this court has no jurisdiction over you, walk your dumb ass up out of here, see what happens. I will have you capious. Because obviously you failed to appear. So that's a bench warrant for FTA. You'll be capious. And they start learning the hard way. All of this because of a traffic citation. $100 ticket. He had people thinking that he could clear their credit or clear their criminal background. Scams. They were all scams. He couldn't show you how he was able to do any of these things. And they never questioned him on it. He scammed people. But yet when he needed an attorney because he thought he was going to sue the LAPD, he went and begged for money. After showing flashes of money in Ziploc bags from the trunk of his car. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. We've been watching the series on him. These are all things that Polight has done. And this conscious community, we're going to put him in a movie, Marianne Lorient, because he was in a conscious community. What do you mean? He's in prison. Edit him out and post your film up. It's still god awful. But don't sit here and celebrate someone doing that. Nope. They think he's done positive things. They can't say what he's done for them, though. Maybe he gave out soup once.
This brother pled guilty to child molestation abuse, otherwise known as pedophilia. He took advantage of this 14-year-old girl who was the child of the queen he was dating. Allegedly, I don't follow him. But you know what's sad? If this brother is in fact guilty of the charges that were laid upon him, and it appears that he is, especially if there's 6 semen stains. Somebody said 6 semen stains were found on that 14.
Michael Nowak, this is the first time I have spoken publicly about what you've done to my daughter and I have gracefully remained silent the last 2.5 years. 2.5 years of pain, shock, disbelief, PTSD, constant nightmares, and daily triggers. Trying to help my daughter heal when I'm not even healed myself. What you have done to my daughter, myself, and my entire family is inexcusable. You hurt us all. You made me believe that you were such a great man and you could do no wrong. You made me fully trust you, and for that, my daughter trusted you too. But the truth is, you're a monster.
Yep.
Which led to criminal charges. And just like that, one of the biggest faces of the movements collapsed overnight. And then there was young Pharaoh. At one point, he was one of the most popular conscious speakers online, breaking down history, religion, psychology. But somewhere along the way, the lectures turned into live streams about clones, government plots, alien abductions, and claims that he had been replaced and targeted by secret forces. The audience that once saw a scholar started asking if the brother needed sleep and maybe a therapist.
Young Pharaoh, one of the questions that were given to me to ask you, have you ever spoken to extraterrestrials, and how often do you speak to them?
I mean, I'm talking to one right now.
Talking by me?
I mean, listen, we've already been through this. And I could account my experiences and you could take them for what you will. If I listen, I told motherfuckers at one point in time, nigga, you don't believe me, nigga, I'll take a lie to take the test. But my point is this: are y'all asking me the question to get a true, valid understanding of what my experience has been?
Absolutely.
Or is we trying to just be funny and be cute?
No. This is a real question. This is the real question, and I would like for you to break it down.
So if I even if I presented somebody who had an experience physically with me, not with me, I can give you the account. Call them, don't say shit. They'll give you the same exact account.
Oh my God!
What does this prove? Where are we going? With
I'll tell you what
only reason I'm saying this is saying that is because of this. I just went through playing around with a group of people. I'm not going through that again.
No, this is not a game.
Camille, Goldie, everybody
This
to
is
my house.
nuts.
I need help.
He said he was talking to an extraterrestrial. Yo, the world of the Oompa Loompas is crashing. I told you Umar is not from this planet. This is something else. He must have been high. He said, I'm not going through this again. Like, you can't make this up. He literally said, I'm talking to an extraterrestrial right now. Are we? Dear Lord. Yo. This is the one that was putting his foot on Nature Boy's neck. And it's like, man, had he just kept holding him accountable, he probably would be the more positive influence. But good grief, he's talking to extraterrestrials. Y'all, this is insanity. Go, what's going on? The conscious community at the top are hypocrites. The way they allow crimes against Black people. Exactly. I've seen nothing but Black people be swindled out of money, scammed, schemed, lied to, deceived, and now having heinous crimes committed against them. Leave it up to Umar. He will be a slave master in another lifetime. Because if you're light skinned, he's just going to call you a white in derogatory term. Or else he's calling you a coon, and then he's still calling you a derogatory term. It's this cult mentality where he thinks that just saying these buzz trigger words and throwing red meat to his base is it. That's his job and nothing more. He has nothing else to offer humanity except let me just throw red meat to my base and just say these dumb things, and it'll just keep this conscious community behind me. And if I don't like something, I'm going to go cry and whine to them about it. If people want to accuse me of, taking money and I can't show receipts, I'm just going to cry and whine to this elder community, whatever. And they're just supporting him. They're giving him opportunity to duck and cover. And that's what it comes down to. This is why I've been on this so-called conscious community's ass for 2 or 3 weeks, because they've been taking up for these clowns. These depraved, disgusting individuals. And they can't say what these people have done for a community at all. Umar has not given them a school. And that's the one thing he said he was going to open. He has no evidence to prove that he purchased a building or built anything from the ground up. And they don't want to admit that and take him to court. But they'll let him sit here and continue to ask for money and lie to them to their faces. That's it. They're breeding a liar. They're supporting a liar, a scammer, a con artist. But yet, think they're so inferior when you talk about them. Now we're in a sector. Screw your sector. I don't care how long you've been on Umar's neck, reporting on him. If we don't sit and actually do something to sit his ass down and hold him accountable and tell this conscious community to kick rocks, he's going to keep doing this because they're shielding him. And you got clowns out here worried about how long somebody been talking about him. What the is going on? So what? You want a cookie? At the end of the day, you got a Marianne Lawrence coming out here saying, oh, well, they don't want to sue him. So how do we hold him accountable? What do you mean? But she'll lie about a check. And no, we're not supposed to say anything about that because her feelings and something mental health and blah, blah, blah. She didn't think about our mental health when she was deceiving the public. You know, Marianne, lying to the public could put you in a position to be held legally liable. Being deceptive to the public, misleading, false allegations and claims, that can put you in a position to be legally liable. As opposed to people challenging her and holding her accountable, and the other one accountable, they're doing exactly what they do for Umar. No, let me help you dodge these bullets. Are you kidding? We just want accountability. But yet they scared to take him to court and ask for receipts and transactions. You claim you have a list, Umar, of everybody that donates to you? Present it. Post that up. I could care less what you say on the Breakfast Club. A bunch of punks anyway. Who cares? They're not going to challenge you. They're not going to question you about anything. Post up the actual donations and show us how you spent that money. This conscious community, though, they let him sit here and take advantage of them. Doesn't mean that we have to be okay with him doing it to everyone else. That's not in this community. This stupid cult conscious community nonsense is buffoonery.
I need help. I need help. Tag Golden. Call my baby mama. Call Flocka. Call everybody. I need help. I need help. Don't nobody pull up and shoot. Don't nobody pull up and shoot. I'm in my garage. I'm not crazy. Listen.
What's going on?
I need help. I need help. I need help. I need help. I'm not crazy. I got a $100,000 library over here. I need help. My bodyguard just left me. He left me by myself. Look, my garage is open. My garage is open. Call my number, 716. No. If you're willing to help.
What is wrong?
DM me. I don't know. Jump in the comments of this video. Everybody. All my five.
Then we had the most famous promise of the conscious community, the legendary school, the Eternal Construction Project, the Wakanda Academy that never opened, Dr. Umar Johnson. For years, Dr. Umar has been raising money for a school for black boys. And to be fair, people respect the idea. But the timeline, let's just say, we gonna get GTA 6 before we get that school.
Plan. National Independent Black Parent Association. FDMG will be purchased in 2017, and the first day of school will be August the 21st of 2018. That's the first day. Mark your calendar. I promise you, August the 20th.
Yeah, that came and gone, and now it's 8 years later, and there's still no school. He's saying 2027. There won't be a school then either. People are cool with being lied to. This conscious community is okay with being lied to because that's what they're used to. They're used to being lied to, so they conditioned themselves to believe this shit is okay. And when you have people like me, the queen of YouTube, come along and challenge this dumbass lie, oh no, how dare you? Let me expose you for calling out a liar who's just taking people's money. He's not going to do a damn thing about any school when he can't prove to you that he owns the buildings or the property. He's not opening a damn thing. When we go on the website for the city to see that there's no active permit for an inspection to be done, he's not doing shit. But they're okay with that. And then they continue to shield and protect him. And it's been well over 14 years. But asking for some receipts. Hell no. What's a receipt? Transaction. I don't compute that term. And the conscious community is like, okay, let's not get on him then, because he's so positive. This dummy is a positive something. Let's not hold him accountable.
First, 2018,
Pathetic.
we are opening the doors to FDMG Academy.
Every year is the same announcement.
Crazy.
The school is almost ready. Just one more donation. Just one more building repair. We need somebody to come paint the school for free. Help the Prince of Prayer and Africanism.
Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. What is the status of the school? Well, tomorrow morning, I got to meet with a door contractor. I want to get some new doors. The doors we got are good. They're secure, but they're old. And since the school is 15 years old, physically, the school is 15 years old. We've had.
No, I thought he said he built the institution. Didn't he say he built it? I build institutions. That involves construction. That means that you're taking something from nothing. You built it from the ground up. No, he said he built it, right? He's building institutions. What has he built? I didn't know Umar was an architecture. I can't say architecture. I didn't know he was into landscaping or anything. I had no idea that Umar could build something other than a bologna sandwich. Like, he can build things. Umar, the only thing he's built is the perfect snack cake pie tower. It's oatmeal cream pie, Swiss rolls. Then you've got strawberry shortcakes and then donuts, and then he just kind of layer it up, and he puts cream all over it, and then he eats it with milk and ginger ale. Like that's all he could probably build. A little Debbie snack cake tower, and that's it. And he's gonna go in and nom nom nom, bite by bite. That's it. 15 years he's been at this dumb shit, and they keep sending him money, Cash App, PayPal, thousands of dollars at a time. Where the Umar Tardians at? Hit my Cash App. Buy me some lunch today. I want some fish.
Had it for 5 of those 15. I want to give it a fresh look. So I want fresh doors. We got another paint job, another layer of paint. We got some floors to cover up. Once we cover up the floors, put that other layer of paint, it's time for inspection. We at the finish line. So I hope to be applying for the inspection before summer ends. And some might say, why not next week? Something always comes up every time you're at the finish line. Something.
See, so that goes to show right there. He tells on himself because he's an idiot. Right here is letting you know it's not going to be an inspection. It's not going to open up because something always is going to come up. This is called forewarning or foreshadowing. He's forewarning everybody that as soon as I get ready to apply for that inspection, expect something to come up. It's some bullshit, but whatever. Because it's not going to open. None of this stuff is happening. He wants people to come in for free. He's going to want the teachers and the staff to work there for free. He's going to want everybody to do everything for free. And if you dare question him, how dare you disrespect the cult leader? How dare you? Because he expects the cult members to do as he commands and nothing more. He doesn't even see you as people with lives or bills or families. He sees you as subjects that should be working for him for free.
Always comes some little fix this, fix this, master. But we right there, So my thing is, let's get the building permitted before the end of the summer so we can have a grand opening probably for Kwanzaa. But we're going to start educating the children next.
But at this point, the school might just open the same year we colonized
Did I
Mars.
peep that? Hold on. Did I peep that? It's always something else. I can't hit it again.
We've had it for 5 of those 15.
He built
I want to give it a fresh look. So I want fresh doors. We got another paint job, another layer of paint. We got some floors to cover up. Once we cover up the floors, put that other layer of paint, it's time for inspection. We at the finish line.
Mind you all, he's not been in these bandos to show you all of these issues. He can record himself outside yelling, putting down rock salt on the sidewalk and picking up his own dookie shit, blaming it on innocent dogs. But he won't go inside the building. And even with this lack of evidence, Marianne still said, he's going to open the school, family. He's going to open the school. So, yeah, like the good little cult member pushing his dumbass narrative, they won't question any of that. They will not show you any receipts or transactions. And he's going to keep beating around the bush. And he's already telling you something's going to come up and it will not open 2027, 2037, 2047, however much longer he walks this earth. It will not open.
So I hope to be applying for the inspection before summer ends. And some might say, why not next week? Something always comes up every time you have to finish line. Something always comes. Some little fix this, you know. But we right there, you know. So my thing is, let's get the building permitted before the end of the summer so we can have a grand opening probably for Kwanzaa. But we're going to start educating.
For Kwanzaa, not August 21st, like he said, you know, August 21, 2018, when he was going off on the light-skinned guy for being light-skinned. Yeah, no. Kwanzaa now. Kwanzaa's in December, right? Who opens a school in December? Who does that? Who opens a school in December? Isn't Kwanzaa in December? How do you open a school in December when the kids are about to go on holiday break either way? So he wanted to open it for Kwanzaa. That didn't happen. Now what? Now he's just giving year. He's not even giving you a month. 2027. I'll pick a month when we get there. Like, he doesn't care. The grip is, I'm raising money for the school. The grip comes to an end if he opens it. And the conscious community can't be smart enough to figure that out. And yet they're worried about sectors. You know, because stupid shit.
Kicking the children next.
But at this point, the school might just open the same year we colonized Mars.
God.
And then there was the most bizarre story of them all. Nature Boy, also known as Elidio Bishop. This man took consciousness and turned it into a full-blown internet cult. He created a group called the Carbon Nation, moved followers to different countries, and ran live streams where he was basically having people worship him like he was a spiritual guru.
Ate this phone and I made you, nigga. Ever disrespect God, nigga. Understand.
No, he called himself God. Now he's in prison forever. Where he belongs. And everybody left the cult except 2 women. They live in the woods. Still calling themselves his wives. He has no one. But whatever woman, man he married in jail. Because, you know, he's bisexual. So I don't understand Umar is sitting here denying himself. Seriously. This is in the conscious community. Nature Boy never shied away from being bisexual. Hood Horrors has an excellent series on Nature Boy and Carbonation. You all should watch it.
Bitch.
Crazy nonsense.
Smack that nigga. Fuck, don't you ever disrespect me, nigga.
Because you out here manipulating people and you using your little cult to get your personal rocks off.
Mean that I gotta disrespect you.
And just because I gotta disrespect you.
Outstanding.
I said no.
Well, go ahead and stand up then.
This is crazy.
Outstanding. Bitch, if you ever stand over me, I will.
Eventually, the entire thing collapsed under accusations, arrests, and investigations. And suddenly people realized this wasn't consciousness. This was a Netflix documentary.
It's a cult. It's a cult. People fell for this. Kevin Williams, I'm so glad you watched it. They did a Hood Horrors documentary about him if you haven't seen it. Oh, please. Send me the link. Y'all did. Exactly. And I meant to say this earlier, Dane, about this black mold issue with the building. See, there's a lot of reasons why those bandos will not pass inspection. But if Marianne is sitting here coaxing up city officials, who knows? She might pay them off to look the other way to help out Umar, which I think she's doing at this point. Because there's a reason why she interviewed some city official in the city of Wilmington, who, based on his job title online, is the LGBTQ plus liaison. That's the job title of the city of Wilmington official that she interviewed. Last name Walker. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to butter up the mayor, get next to these city officials to help pay these people off so that these stupid, nasty ass bandos can somehow pass inspection and open up. Because Marianne is trying to help Umar. But she's just a lying crap like he is. About this damn check. She doesn't even want to own up to that. She's trying to help him. What's going on, Fi Taylor? You can't make this up. At Davis, yeah, send me the link. Child. In one of the video, he was yelling names of people and giving addresses. I was one of those people, Gerald Palmer, we were hitting his pockets. Hi, Gerald Palmer. How are you? Sure. Reverend Gerald Palmer? Did you sue him? I hope you did. Oh, y'all should have sued him. This is crazy. I just finished watching the Nature Boy docu on Hood Horrors. It was excellent. Oh, yeah. We've been going over here in the LLC. We got to get back to it. Fi Taylor, this is the Nature Boy coat. It is all sad. It is very sad. I can't believe people fall for this. Yeah. This cult mentality is something else. Maul is broke. Yeah, yes, he's the LGBTQ liaison that she interviewed. I believe she's trying to butter up to these city officials so that they can just pass these bandos, not worry about an inspection like that, and get them open. Can you email me, Reverend Palmer? I would love to have you up. And you can talk about this. This is what we want to do, is bridge the gap here. Let me get my email address dropped in the thing. Reverend Gerald Palmer, email me. And let's schedule an interview and discussion with you if you want. And we can talk about, some of the things that you went through, your research. Share this information. Because you never know. It's time for Umar to be, put down like the dog he is. Right next to Polight and Nature Boy. Can't make this up. Good to see you. Absolutely glad it just isn't me. Chat, you need the link for the Hood Horrors doc. Yes, Hood Horrors did a documentary. No, someone did a documentary on Hood Horrors, is what you're saying? Because I got Hood Horrors, the videos for Polight and Nature Boy. We're going through those. Actually, we're going to check out the last episode he did on Polight. Are you saying that someone did a documentary on Hood Horrors? I would love to see that one. I haven't seen that. He ain't got no money. Exactly. Umar has no money. He's broke. He has no job either. Francisca said Daniel Walker was the person who leaked the timeline of communication with the city and Umar after the munition was posted. Yes. Yep. I think she's trying to butter up to these city officials. Thank you so much. Reverend Gerald Palmer. Yeah, shout out to him. Email me and let's schedule some time to have you up. And whatever you feel comfortable with discussing, we will talk about that. Absolutely. Let's bridge the gap. We don't have to have sectors. I'm not here for sectors. I'm here to get the truth on Umar and get it out there, and he needs to be held accountable. It's high time. Umar, I don't do well with doxing and people coming up to my house because I call the police in a minute. All of them get popped. I'm not for play. Then I have police come looking for you. You can't make this stuff up. Or the things that he has done is disgusting. I believe it was them. Watched it a while back. Yeah, send me the email on that. Y'all see my email address? Yeah, send it to me in the email because I won't be able to pull it out of the chat, the URL. So email it to me if you can. Shout out to you all. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let's get to this because we got an episode of the Polight. Oh man, from Hood Horrors. He dropped a new episode. We got to check it out. It's getting good.
Documentary waiting to happen. And just like that, the golden age of YouTube consciousness faded away. What once looked like a rising intellectual movement turned into a series of scandals, egos, and internet drama.
Scams.
But to be fair, not everything from that era was bad. A lot of people really did learn a lot about history, African civilization, Pan-African ideas, self-education. But the lesson from that era might be this. Just because somebody is wearing African beads, holding a crystal, and yelling about pyramids, doesn't mean that they're enlightened. Sometimes it just means they bought a microphone.
Yep.
But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comment section, man. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. Comment down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Amazing. We on the way. And until next time, gang, you know the name. It's Transition representing Gap Tooth Gangs. Oh yeah, and don't forget, life isn't about making it from point A to point B. Life is about living in between the gaps. Peace out.
That was good. That was good. This is my first time seeing a video of his. You guys make sure you go check him out. Let me drop the link to this video in the chat. I saw this and I said, yep, right up my alley. Rise and fall of this conscious community because it's crazy. All the shielding and protecting of these clowns, and yet they don't want to hold them accountable at all. These guys are not educators. They practice pseudo-history like Nazi Germany history mixed with propaganda. Exactly. Umar walking around here talking about he's a leader of some movement. No, he's another slave master with a cult mentality. You can't make this up. Speaking of which, this clown did a video where he had to apologize to the black community, but then calls out black media because he thought that they were supposed to kiss his ass. That's not how that works. So I'm not going to play the whole thing because this is a throwback. This is from 9 years ago. It's a throwback. I have not seen all of it. So I just wanted to play parts of it that I haven't seen. Because how do you sit here and throw out an apology? Like for him to feel like he has to apologize, and this is old because now he doesn't apologize at all. He just says whatever. He doesn't care. But for him to feel like he needs to apologize, but then we still want to call out black media now. What's the point of apologizing?
$1 a year, you ain't quit them. You ain't quit Team Ed Jordan.
Child.
This situation with my brother has shown me that ain't had nothing to do with it. Anything that y'all can exploit for views, anything y'all can use to satisfy your addiction for attention.
That's what he's doing.
Anything you can use to exploit your addiction for attention will be exploited. I understand. So I do know now I cannot react because y'all will run with that shit like crazy.
Yeah, he's reacting like a diva. All this zestiness coming out of this video. Y'all see how zesty Umar is? Umar zesty as hell. Zero style. All this zesty energy. What's wrong with him? Y'all look at this freeze frame. What the hell is going on? Why is he so zesty?
Fundraising, not the school, not the tour, not saving black children, not helping black parents, not working with black prisoners for free. No, we don't want to run with that. That's not important. We don't want to see no black progress. We want to see niggas.
Like Anonymous.
That's what we want to see. You wonder why gangster rap's so positive? Because you don't want nothing else. You want to know why the housewife shows are so positive? You don't want nothing else. Let's just keep it real.
He's so zesty.
Negro said, Dr. Umar had a fake phone call. You big dummies. Do you not know when you on the phone talking, if a call drop, another one will come through? You don't know that? You don't know when you got 1,000 people calling one man that as soon as a call drop, another one will come through? You don't know that? That you don't always know when a call drop, you'll be talking and the call drop, and the next thing you know, the phone ringing, and that's how you know the call didn't drop? Give me a break. Okay. Okay.
Why is his eyes quitting? Because he's lying like hell. Dude, you don't know that? Y'all didn't know that? I thought y'all knew that. He might as well just go on and just put his little, you make me feel my IT real. I'm just waiting on him to go out into a break dance and throw in a little Sylvester in there. That's it. That's all we waiting on you to do at this point with your zesty ass, Umar. Just break out a song.
Can't wait to see y'all, Atlanta. Atlanta, can't wait to see y'all. Yesterday,
oh my God,
I was saying I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh God,
win that one. That's I'm not choosing.
Nope.
All right, a lot of y'all making a lot of money with Dr. Umar videos on your page, and I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing.
You can't.
Right? Let the brothers eat. Let the sisters eat. I'm all about the whole family eating. Speaking of the whole family eating, before I wrap this up, y'all know that I put out a call for the ancestors. Excuse me, the ancestors are here. Ashe.
No, he didn't. He never calls the ancestors because why not just call them when you need money? Here's a thought. Umar, just do this right here. This move you got here, y'all, this freeze frame is epic. This is a freeze frame. This is a thumbnail. Yeah, speaking of which, yeah, this is a thumbnail for sure. Let me snip this right quick. This is going to be a thumbnail. Next time you need money, Umar, this is it. Call your ancestors. Just do this little motion right here and ask them to give you the money you need. You know, because it's Little Debbie cakes and pies and ginger ale. Like, he's got to go to the grocery store. He's now opening up a school. So that money is going towards him feeding his habit. Why don't you ask the ancestors to give you money? Stop asking human beings. Especially when you don't want to get a job. This is the zestiest I've ever seen Umar ever. This is something else. All this zesty attitude and behavior here. The mannerisms, child.
Ashe. I put out a call for the elders.
Oh, God.
I call for the elders to host a meeting of the leading speakers in the conscious community. And it was taken out of context by some, misunderstood by others. So allow me to qualify and clarify when I said that the elders need to call a meeting.
Allow me to qualify and clarify my aptitude and aptitude in the servitude of this service of disingenuousness. The frivolity of the words, the terminology. He sounds like the guy from in Living Color. You can't make this up. What the heck?
I was not implying that the meeting should be held so that elders can dictate or force any of us to work with any others of us. This was not about making brother number one work with brother number two if they had an issue. This was not about making brother number three work with brother number four if they had an issue. This was not about brother number five working with brother number six if they had an issue. This was not about sister number 7 not working with sister number 8 or sister number 9 not working with sister number 10 because they have an issue. This was not about forcing you to work with people who you don't like. I would never force a man or woman to work with a person who they don't trust.
What?
This was a meeting so we could create some principles of solidarity. Some principles of solidarity. So even if there was a difference or discrepancy between two personalities, there can still be a degree of mutual respect, even if that mutual respect only manifests itself in the way of you simply not speaking negatively about another brother. It might simply be you not speaking negatively about another sister. It was not about forced collaboration. Did anybody hear me say anything about forced collaboration? Did anybody hear me say anything about forcing anyone to work with someone else that they do not like? I did not say that. Come together. Listen, in the mafia, any organized crime unit, the families might not like each other, but they come together and they meet. The League of Nations, United Nations, the African Union. You always have countries who don't like each other, but they agree to disagree peacefully. Diplomacy. See, I'm a Pan-Africanist, so I think in the level of international relations, not petty emotions, but international relations. diplomacy so we can have an atmosphere of peace. Because y'all don't need to be at somebody's event and you worrying about somebody else coming in there causing trouble. That's not cool. That's not cool. We take things out of context too much. People talking about some
Umar is
he said he
definitely
coming to
mentally
Detroit.
ill.
He gonna meet the brother outside his house. He would have.
Umar, you've lost your damn mind. Nobody even know what the hell you talking about. You just throwing jazz hands around. Oh, Umar, you're a tambourine player. What the hell is wrong with him? I believe that if Umar is mentally ill and has possibly been diagnosed with something. Yeah, he has. That's more of a reason why he should not be around kids. I believe the same thing. More of a reason why he should not be left alone with children in a building with black mold where the windows are two-way mirrors. You can't see on the inside. They can't see outside. Oh, good God. Y'all, you're giving us the Vogue. Child. 2 snaps and a swear. I told y'all. Zero style. It's sexy. Umar, you can kick rocks.
Straight up fight. I never said that. What y'all say that? Somebody called Detroit police. They had the police come into the church. Y'all,
what's going on,
nobody
Truth
said
Use
that.
Logic?
Chill.
How y'all doing? I'm talking about that makes sense. I don't.
So this is what we're gonna do.
I
haven't heard of any elders stepping up to heed Dr. Umar Johnson's call.
I have not seen that. RGM. I haven't seen he talked to a classroom of 6th grade boys. Oh my God. Like, man, can you email me that? You gotta listen. We're gonna schedule some time to have a discussion and interview with Gerald Palmer, you all. I please, we'll go over some of those video clips of him talking to kids, because he doesn't take care of his own kids. I can't imagine like having my boys around this man. I'll tell you how right now, that father won't go for that. This is why Umar targets mothers who are single mothers, because he knows he doesn't have any competition when it comes to a father that's supposed to be in these kids' lives. Because real men will never allow their boys to be around Umar. Real fathers will never allow that. And I always ask you all this, but just, because we got to make sure we all on one accord. To all the real men in the Lady Luck Club, to all the real men, Lucksters here in the LLC, how many of you would let your boys spend a day with Umar Johnson? Hit the 4 if it's a no. Hit the 5 if it's a hell no. To all the real men, all the real fathers up in here, how many of you letting your sons be around Umar? 4 if it's a no, 5 if it's a hell no. I'm just saying. 6th grade boys in Africa out here in the States, man, they shouldn't let him around kids in any continent on earth. Y'all. I gave me 5s and a 3. Y'all, real men up in here. No real man would allow their boys to be around Umar at all. Hell to the no. Real men don't allow that shit to happen. That's what's so crazy about this. Real men will never allow their kids to be in a building with Umar Johnson. Real fathers will never allow that to happen. That's why he appeals to these single mothers. Because these kids don't have the dads to sit here and actually serve as a wall unit, as a protective force to say, hold on, this dude is shady as hell with his jazz hands. You want my son to go to his school? The hell you will. Oh no, real men don't let that happen. Hell no. So it's, the This is why he targets the single black women. And it seems like that's all he's talking to at this point, are those single black women that hang on every word he says. Or the ones that have no self-esteem or confidence or anything. They don't know what real men look like, how they conduct and carry themselves. My boys would not even want to go near Umar. First of all, he looked like he stank. And then he pants sack. It just, they wouldn't even associate themselves with that. They have a father that teaches them. That's not it. Nope. Child, don't let your kids go around Umar. I don't think they will come back the same. He can make this stop. And there's a lot of things wrong with him. Y'all, shout out to KKC, the receipt showing here. Peace, peace, and lady luck. How you doing, honey? We got Reverend Gerald Palmer in here. We got the receipt show up in here. Shout out to all you Black Anonymous up in here. Shout out to my mods. Y'all, this is something else. Y'all, this is something else. Shout out to all of you all in here. You emailed me the video. Okay, cool. Awesome. We'll take a look at that. We're going to have Gerald Palmer come up and do an interview and discussion and, you know, give us the scoop on the things that he has discovered in his research. Shout out to him. We're bridging the gap. We don't have sectors out here. Either people want Umar to be held accountable or not. The sectors is irrelevant. We got to focus on the bigger goal. So, yeah, she's told more lies than truth. That's exactly. Trying to rope me into it. Yeah, it's something else. He preys on vulnerability. Exactly, Kevin. Vulnerability. And these single black women that have no confidence or self-esteem fall for it. They fall for it every single time and obsess over it. It's like they want that. Not over here, Oompa Loompa.
And as I said in my video, if the elders don't step up to do it, Team Pan-African, my organization, the International Movement for the Independence and Protection of African People, will assume the vanguard. Not above any organization, but with the others. So this is what's going to go.
Yeah, no, he wants to be above it because he's a cult leader.
Marcus Garvey came to America in 1916.
Oh, good God. Nope.
And conspire revolution. We going to do in New York City in 2017 what Garvey did in New York City in 1917. Are you with me, black family?
No, he did nothing. Nothing happened.
If you live in New York City, because we're doing it in New York, Garvey style. But let me say this.
So is there a school in New York? The answer is no. There's no school in New York either. But he got GoFundMe.com up here. Y'all, this is old.
I will consider Atlanta and Detroit as possible cities too. I really want to do the first one in New York, but I will explore Atlanta and Detroit as possible cities for the first International Black Consciousness Convention of 2017. When I come to Brooklyn.
Is this where those blocked off hotel rooms are booked and then he has, you know, untethered access to these rooms? Is that where that happens? These block off parties in these hotels where you can get like, you know, $40, $50. That's what Marianne said. And she lies like hell. Y'all, this is something else. Is anyone ever able to tell me if they ever been to these so-called hotel parties where he could just walk in? Because I really would like to hear about this as to how a hotel allows you to book a room for $40. And these are high-end hotels, according to Marianne Lauren. And Umar has access to where he could just walk in, regardless of whether or not you're there with someone. None of that. This is so crazy. Have you seen the video where Umar was doing a demo parent consultation with a single mother and the child was recording it? What? No. Yeah, it's so much throwback content. So much throwback content we have not seen. That's why I want to bridge this gap. Those that have been talking about him 15 years, yeah, come on up here. We're going to start it off with Reverend Gerald Palmer and go from there. KKC up in here. Let's bridge the gap. So people can know, because there are people who might be watching me here in the LLC go over Umar. They may not have heard about other people. There's a whole lot of people out here that have talked about Umar. I don't care about sectors. We care about him being held accountable. That's what we want. Accountability. Black Anonymous said this was at the time in which if you were a black mother with sons, you might be quite frightened for your boys. Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, others were being killed at the time. Yeah, and that's and what he did was he weaponized that fear. Umar took that fear and weaponized it and then monopolized it and made money off of it. And he goes to these different cities doing these speaking engagements and have people in fear of sending their kids to regular schools. And so, of course, now his so-called resolution is we need this school for our black boys, even though it's 2026 and there's no school. He weaponized that fear and still didn't deliver anything. No school. Kids are still having to go to regular schools after all this time. He did this to make money off of the same women that he weaponized their fear of sending their kids to school, off of women who are mourning the loss of their black sons. He weaponized and monetized it and made money from it. He's a con artist. He's a scammer. Black Anonymous said, yeah, that Mal Hotel story room is weird as F. It is. Saint Senator said, don't forget he wants to cuddle with your young boys by the fireside. He said that. Those words came out of his mouth. Yes, all the infighting, the quest for views, cash apps, the hell with that. Listen, and I don't even care if people want to, get financial support. But the whole division, the sectors, and all that, child, there's so much information out here. Share this information, whatever is needed to hold him accountable, because this conscious community is not going to do it. They're scared of him. Some coward stuff. Umar was fact-checked by white media for his lies about ADHD and autism. Yeah, because he doesn't know anything about that. He doesn't know anything about that. He's not a scholar. Like, I got his dissertation, people. He's not a scholar. Getting a degree does not mean that your license is certified. And when the board has to sit you down and tell you to stop lying about being a licensed certified psychologist or child psychologist, they don't have a problem hitting you up again. They don't have a problem doing that. They don't even want him to get a license or certification because he's lied about it so much. He made the child hold the phone the whole time. Oh my God. Oh yeah, y'all. If you come across that video, send it to me. We're going to check it out. We're diving into some of these throwbacks because people need to see that Umar's behavior has never changed. He is the same scamming, lying piece of shit he's been for the last 15, 20 plus years. He's talking about something from 2017. Y'all, it's 2026. Almost 10 whole years from this so-called convention he's talking about. He has not changed. The only thing that has changed is his hair and the fact that he's still not bathed. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Who knows? Let's jazz hands. He hasn't changed. He's still scamming and conning people. There is no school. And this pattern of behavior is easy to pick up. That's why I call him a cult leader. Look how he goes out and attack people. You light skinned, you're white. So he's going to be calling me a white woman. And all for what? How does that unite anything in the black community when he's sitting here making a difference in people because you're lighter than others, but you're still black? No, he goes to racial derogatory terms. But he still won't show receipts on how he's spending other people's money.
If there's any brothers and sisters in Brooklyn
Crazy
who would like
stuff.
to be part of the organizing committee, I'm going to need some help. But I don't want opportunists. I don't want haters. Okay? You have to be professional and confidential.
Absolutely, RG.
Professional and confidential. I need sisters do work. So I need sisters. Brothers, we don't work as much, but I need a few brothers, but I need some sisters. Queens, stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. Harlem, stand up.
He want the women to do the work and not the men.
Boogie down, stand up. Okay? But I want to be respectful, though. There's a chance that we might flip it to ATL or flip it to Detroit. But we're looking at New York right now. We're going to see what the prices is looking like. Mega Evers College, maybe we can rent out the whole Mega Evers for the weekend. And then maybe we can put different events around the city. And then what I also want to do is I need to have a collaborative committee of the conscious leaders. I want to have a collaborative committee of the conscious leaders. Somebody said they want me to put on a Scully with the ball. Why you saying that? You want to put on a Scully with the ball? And you ladies need to cut it out. I got like 100 texts talking about you look sexy with the Scully with the ball. Cut it out. But anyway.
No, he did.
On the collab. So we got the organizer committee. They the workers. But then I need a conscious collaborative committee. I need the Hebrews represented. I need my Moorish brothers represented. I need my Nawapian brothers represented. I need my Nation of Islam represented. I need my guys in Earths represented. I need my Black socialists represented. We need the integrationists represented. You understand? We need the Pan-Africanists represented, the Garveyites represented. We need to have a United Nations of Black political conscious ideology, a United Nations of Black political conscious ideology. We need to have that. Okay? Because I want the decisions being made by representatives of every ideological spectrum. It ain't about me. It's about we. It ain't about me.
No, it's about him because he said he's going to take the lead and become the cult leader of it all. No, it is absolutely about him because if it wasn't, then there will be a school and he will be able to tell you how he's spending money. There's no website for the school, by the way. Just so you all know, there's no website. So you can't go on fdmgacademy.com or .org or .edu or .anything. There's no website. But yet he's going to open something in 2027.
It's about we. You understand?
Y'all, this is unbelievable.
And then at the convention, we're going to have panels.
Same old thing.
How do we deal with this ideological conflict? We want everybody at the table. All ideologies are welcome. In my master's house, there are many mansions. Everybody can sit at my table. The only way you can not sit at that table is if you are a troublemaker. I don't want you if you're about negativity, but if you bring in positive vibrations, now this is what's going to have to happen. And this ain't for me to deal with. Every ideological
it's a blessing
nation,
it is in school.
every
Exactly.
conscious community nation has to choose who is going to represent it. I'm not getting into that. The Hebrews, Tazariak, maybe he's the brother. It ain't for me to say. The Hebrews got to work that out. The Moorish brothers, I don't know. Is it Taj, Tariq? Is it Alim? Y'all got to work that out. Okay, but there must be a male and a female representing every ideological house for the first International Black Consciousness Convention. My brothers and sisters from Africa texted me already. They said we there. They said, Doc, we coming from Nigeria. Doc, we coming from Ghana. Doc, we there. Jamaica in there. So we need a brother and a sister representing the Hebrews, a brother and a sister representing the nation, brother and the sisters representing the Wapians, brothers and the sisters representing the Pan-African.
My question is, did this convention occur in 2017 in New York? Did this happen? Hey, Flossie, how you doing? I'm with you, RJ. I'm glad there's no school because it keeps him away from kids. But he has no intentions on opening it. It's the grift of saying he's going to open it. I need money. We don't have money to do this. We don't have money to do that. He doesn't have a financial plan. There's no way he's going to pay teachers and staff. It's going to keep coming down to that. We don't have enough money. We need more money. That's the grift. To keep fundraising for it. The delegation of the dump of foolery. Did that ever happen? Y'all, this is 10 years old. 10 plus years. He's still begging. No website. No building. No nothing. Y'all see this pattern of behavior? And you have Umar Tardians out here that thinks that, oh, somehow he's doing something positive. Don't sue him. He's a positive influence in the community. No, he's a big mouth who's loud and wrong. He hasn't done anything. He's a positive influence. How? He wants to cuddle with little boys by the fireside with his jazz hands and shit. He's weaponized the fear of black sons being taken out by cops and by the streets and by drugs and all these other things. He's weaponized that and then monetized it to grift off of the concept of a school for black boys. If he opened it, then he knows that it will be harder to keep money flowing in, because now people are going to expect him to show proof of how it's being spent. Plus, who are you going to get to come and teach these kids? Because no one is going to come there and teach for free. No matter what he wants, he's not going to get that. He's not going to be able to get people to come in and teach anything for free. Period. You can't make this up. How's Umar positive influence? I've been asking the same question. Because, let Marianne tell it with her lying ass. And, the elders don't want to sue him because they, talk about how he's such a positive influence and he's done so much for the community. He's a strong voice. She might as well be sucking his left nut. I've never heard anybody say they want to see him be held accountable and uplift him and put him on a pedestal at the same damn time. Umar, why are you so zesty with these jazz hands? It's so crazy. But yet, let her say it. These so-called elders in this conscious community say he's a positive influence. That they can't tell you where their money have gone that they've given him to open up some idea of a school. They just giving it to him. And apparently he's telling them, don't put it in the name of FDMG, put it in my name. That way he can't say, no, they never gave me money for FDMG, they gave me money. Make this make sense? Yeah, she is very slow. You can't make this up. Yes, Umar is very racist. He's racist amongst other black people. Yeah, the left nut, not the right one. Just globbering all over. Like, I've never seen that in my life. Don't prop him up if you want him to be held accountable. He's been lying and taking your money. But then they turn around and say things like, oh, he's such a positive force. And, he's a strong force. And you can't make this up. He's a strong force. Yeah, he's a strong force of gas. I mean, what the hell are we talking about? This woman says this stuff. It just sickens me. Who, child? Caleb. Black people can spend money wherever they want because black people don't spend money for power. They spend money for self-gratification. They can spend money on whatever they want to spend it on. But they know that they have no evidence to prove that he's taking their money and putting it into a school. He can't show proof that he's hired vendors to do XYZ and that there are permits on file with the city to do renovations XYZ on anything. He wants people to come there and do things for free. So if he doesn't want to pay them to paint walls, then the money that people have given him for those things to be done, he's not accountable for showing them that he paid somebody to do it because they came and did it for free. So why ask for money or say that you need money for these things if you're not spending money for people to come in and paint? People are coming in and painting for free. We've seen older black women in there painting the bathrooms, but yet he's telling you all when he's asking and begging for money because he's a broke ass, unemployed piece of shit, that he needs X amount of dollars for renovations. Painting is part of renovation. But he can't show you proof that he hired someone to paint because what we're seeing in videos are people who came in and painted for free as volunteers. So what did he do with the money that was supposed to go towards people being paid to paint? What did he do with that money? He spent it. He went to Cinnabon and pigged out. Because now all the things that he needed done, guess what? He didn't have to pay anybody for it. So that money was pocketed, spent. You got Little Debbie snack cakes and ginger ales or whatever, and that's it. Umar's a whole flat out cult leader. And he's got his cult scared to sue him.
Look at his brothers and his sisters representing the socialists.
Crazy stuff.
Okay? We're trying to make this powerful. Now, let me deal with that because I knew y'all was going to make something out of that. My light-skinned brothers and sisters, y'all know better. Y'all know better. Y'all know better than accuse me of practicing light-skinned supremacy or dark-skinned supremacy. What do I say?
Yeah, but you know, it's so funny how we just watched a video where he went in on a guy because he was light-skinned and kept calling him a derogatory term, like a slave master would, because he's racist. Umar's racist. He's insecure. Either he's mad and jealous that he's not light-skinned, or he's just mad because he doesn't like himself. I don't think personally Umar, likes being a black man. I whatever his issue is, he takes it out on everybody else. He has literally gone off on a man for being light-skinned and called him a derogatory racial slur, comparable to white people. And yet somehow light-skinned people are supposed to know better. Umar, you can kiss all of our asses. How about that? As a light-skinned black woman, kiss my ass.
At every lecture, y'all know better. I've been preaching this for 20 years. I should even have to answer this.
What's wrong with him?
Better. What is the first color on this flag? What's the first color?
Irrelevant.
The first color is red. You see? The first color is red. Okay? First color is red.
He's an
idiot.
idiot.
That makes you African. It's the ancestral DNA swimming in your gene pool that makes you African.
Until you piss him off and then you see that, you're light-skinned and he doesn't like it. Y'all, let's get to the next one. This is part 9 of the Hood Horror series on Polight. Another conscious community cult leader who's in prison because he's a disgusting demon from hell. And we're going to check out the newest episode of this. Make sure you guys go check out Hood Horrors. 10,000 views on this. I'm so proud of him. He's done a fantastic series on Nature Boy as well. So make sure you guys go check that out. We got to get back to those episodes and get caught up with that series. But this right here, this is Polight, you all. This nasty bastard that Umar wanted to protect as well. So we're going to get into this. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you have any video links or anything, email me. Please do so. But let's show some love for Hood Horrors. And let's go over and make sure you support him. Check out his great content. Y'all, let's get to this old nasty bastard that's in prison.
Mugshot of 37-year-old Michael Nowak Jr., also known as Brother Polight, to his more than 300,000 Instagram followers. Miami Beach police arrested Nowak this week for alleged sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl in a hotel room in February. Police say the alleged victim was the daughter of a woman he was romantically linked to. Defense attorney David Terrace says his client is innocent.
Once the evidence is produced, that he is going to be exonerated. Not guilty, nothing else.
According to the police report, Nowak, a motivational speaker and author who lives in L.A., asked the woman if he could take her daughter to an after party at a club in Miami. The report states Nowak took the teen to his hotel after seeing that the club was closed. Police say the suspect gave the teen alcohol and started dancing and touching the teen inappropriately, groping her breast, inner thighs, and buttocks. It goes on to say Nowak tried to force the teen to perform oral sex on him. The teen allegedly passed out and woke up to Nowak, trying to make her throw up.
These are serious allegations, but in any situation, there is always motive. There is always a lot behind the scenes that the public is not going to be able to see.
The report states that the girl's mother found her intoxicated and possibly on drugs, with severe swelling on her mouth and lips. It later states Nowak told the mother not to call police because it would ruin his career. Nowak was served with a DNA warrant in June and surrendered to police.
You know, it's so funny how no one wants to hold these nasty bastards accountable. Don't call the police. It's going to ruin my career. Never mind this 14-year-old girl with her mouth and lips swollen. Never mind that. You know, the same goes for alleged elder abuse. You got the opportunity to call 911, but no, let's protect Umar. It's disgusting. You have an opportunity to hold them accountable and you don't take it. And he actually expected her not to call the police because he's worried about his opportunity to scheme and scam from other black people.
On Monday, Terrace says the police report is only an allegation.
Disgusting. He pled guilty.
Say, did y'all see that nigga mug shot? Now y'all heard him talking yesterday. He talking, yeah, I fuck with too many. I've got too many beautiful women around me. All the perverts say that, nigga. Yeah, all the perverts say that. I got beautiful women around me. Why I gotta mess with a baby? Nigga, the fuck you talking about? You found your DNA on her. Yeah, you done shot on the little bitty girl. Boy, say, man, boy, ain't that something? And say, listen, this what got me. The nigga mug shots. Yeah, that nigga eyed a big ol' eye. That nigga say a big ol' eye. That nigga got a tear in the motherfucker. He said that nigga been crying.
Nah. Hey. Goodbye. One Hotep Negro down, a couple more to go. Man, I feel happy, man. One Hotep Negro down, more to go. But
he supported Umar. He was named in a lawsuit for doxing. So he doesn't think that he should ever be held legally liable. Doxing is a cyber crime. It's a crime. And you supported Umar with that nonsense.
We'll be following the story, guys. Trust me, I will be following the story.
Crazy. How do you go from getting your desires met by women to having the desire to conquer a baby? Because 14 years old is a baby. You sick.
If they have DNA, allegedly, right? So everybody's saying to protect their platform. So let me protect mine. Allegedly, it is being.
It's not alleged if there is documentation in the courts. Plus, he pled guilty. DNA testing is evidence that's used in court. There is surefire evidence if you get DNA testing done. So they didn't allegedly find. It was tested and determined to be his DNA based on evidence. For F's sake, can we please learn what should be alleged and what should be confirmed? DNA test results confirmed it.
Claim that they had DNA, which ultimately led them to go and, you know what I'm saying, detain you. So, yeah, bro.
DNA is evidence.
This ain't looking good.
It's a video floating around. Polight interviewing Tariq Noel, where Polight says that Dr. York is his master teacher / his God, and he doesn't care how many fucking children he molested. He's always going to be, Dr. York is always going to be his God.
Let's say he molested 1,000 children. Factually. Okay. Genetic evidence and everything. Things that we don't deny scientifically. We say, wow, okay, true. If someone was to ask me, would you still worship him as your most high, acknowledge him as your most high God? I would have to.
What? Y'all see that? The cult mentality is disgusting. He said he would have to. Why? He said I would have to. For a man that's now in prison for over 100 years. Never mind DNA evidence that proved it. Never mind the idea that he was messing with kids, boys and girls. Malachi York. Umar still calls him the Great. They still worship this clown who's a demon that messes with kids. Umar calls him the great Malachi York. They're disgusting, depraved people, and this is who the conscious community has pushed to the forefront to say these people represent us. A bunch of disgusting, depraved morons that are in prison for messing with underage children. Okay.
So guess what? He's basically saying that whatever Dr. York did, he's cool with it. He's down with it.
Crazy.
And also on top of that, if you look at Polight and the way that he teaches and the way he hustles and moves and shit like that, that shit is similar to a little doctor. He's a little Dr. York.
Yep.
That shit is so similar to Dr. York's style.
That video can't delete. We clearly see Polight sitting on the bench saying that about even if he raped 1,000 kids with DNA evidence, is his most high God. So that should have told everybody what he wanted to do. He wanted to set up his own version of what Dr. York was doing.
Although the majority of people following the story had already made up their minds of Polight's guilt, there was still a sizable number of people that felt the opposite. While some weren't as vocal, there were others that were outspoken and direct when it came to their defense of Polight.
There are certain things that, as a child of trauma, that we have to also look at. Well, I'm not even going to use the word. The M word and the R word happens to our brothers too. So I'm going to paint a picture for the people who are holding court on their YouTube channels and in.
No, we're not painting any pictures, and we don't have to hold court. He pled guilty. He did it. DNA testing proved it as evidence. The end. There is no excuse. You don't have to be a product of your environment. That's the same dumb excuse they try to throw out there for Umar. Well, he went through this. He went through that. He has his mental disease, this, that, and the third. None of them are psychiatrists. None of them are licensed to diagnose. But they already want to make excuses for him. No. He's a grown-ass man that has lied for over 15 years about opening a school and said he wants to cuddle with little boys by the fireside. They're all disgusting and depraved. Why are we excusing that? And even if he is sick and demented, let it be what it is. Doesn't mean that he should go around committing crimes. There's a difference. Your criminal behavior of you taking advantage of a minor child should not be excused because you're sick. You can go to jail and get psychiatric help. So that way you're getting that mental help you need, but you also going to go to prison for breaking the law. For committing a crime against children. It's crazy how they excuse that nonsense.
Their mind that there could be a situation, I call it the Jezebel or Rosemary's Baby, that some of our children nowadays, whatever they've went through, whatever trauma they have, that by the time these girls are teenagers, that they have a predatory Jezebel mentality. Now, we've been having these so-called reports. Of course, we're going on the devil's platform to get these reports. That
you can't make this up. She's trying to put it on these kids. That's how disgusting these people are. She's trying to put it on these kids. Shout out to Mr. Judge. How you doing? Cults don't think. That's what makes them so dangerous. Exactly. They just react and respond. They're reactionary. They don't think at all. They don't care about consequences either. That makes them even more dangerous. They have no respect for the rule of law. They have no respect for boundaries. They have no respect for a difference of opinion. They have no respect or awareness of consequences. And they're very reactionary. So extremely dangerous. When they get to a point where they don't care about human life, even their own, that's when they become like a level 1 threat. You've had cults throughout history take out themselves and other people along the way. That there lies the danger in all of this. This is why I want you all here in the LLC to be aware of this cult of personality, the hive mentality. When you hear people saying, we're hearing these so-called women that think they want to hold Umar accountable, talk and sound like Umar. So they start repeating his talking points. Their behavior is like his. They don't like what you say. Now they want to hear and try to dox you and think they're exposing you. Same thing he does. They don't care if it's a cybercrime or anything. No, they're going to do the same thing because they're mad that you're speaking out against them when they can kiss my ass. That's the hive mentality. That indoctrination is not something they can just break because they're mad at Umar, unless they want to. But they carry out and facilitate the same behavior. They start saying the same talking points. They sound just like him. And they want you to believe that they're trying to hold him accountable when they're not. Because when it comes down to actually holding him accountable, they fail to do it every single time. When there's an opportunity to call 911, the fire department or paramedics, they don't even report any sign of elder abuse. When it comes down to suing him, nope. We don't sue him because reasons he's a positive influence. Opportunities handed to them on a silver platter to hold him accountable. They're protecting him. They could care less about the consequences of doing that. It's that hive mentality. So pay attention and always be vigilant on that. When they start talking like him, that's why we're doing a lot of these throwbacks. When they start talking like him, repeating and soundbiting the things that he has said and done, they're no different than Umar. They're just the female versions of him. They're not trying to hold him accountable. They're trying to deter us from doing that. And it's high time that they stop being a distraction. This is sickening behavior. Polight is in prison. Malachi York is in prison. And Umar is calling him a great man. And you got these women out here talking about, I want to hold him accountable, while they do the same thing he does when you disagree with them. Disgusting.
Yes, there were things that were found on this woman's clothing or this young girl's clothing, but let me paint a picture. What if
exactly, Dr. Numbers,
this young girl was the predator?
What's good? It's your brother YK the Truth.
She victim blaming.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, man. It's something fishy about this brother Polight allegations. Tasha K exposes brother Polight for rape, right? Now, the first red flag that I got from her video was that it was supposed to be confidential, but she shared it. That's a dead giveaway right there.
Court documents are available to the public. So what the hell is he talking about? He's an idiot. What was supposed to be confidential? Unless the judge sealed the court documents, they're available to the public, you moron.
Now look, she's already biased because of what brother Polight teaches.
We don't care about what he teaches. We care about the DNA evidence that linked his bodily fluids to the crime scene and to this young lady's clothing items, to what was found on her body. What are you talking about? Who's this idiot?
Another dead giveaway. She clearly don't like it.
We don't have to.
So,
we don't owe him that.
There's no wonder she's sharing this. It's like everybody wants the brother to be guilty. What happened to let it go to trial? Then when he's guilty, make those attacks. And this only shows
guilty
that y'all already had a hatred towards him. I'm not talking about none of that scamming shit. Rape is a serious.
They act like hatred. They act like somebody has to love this person for him to be held accountable or hate him. for him to be held accountable. What are you talking about? Facts don't care about your feelings. Court documents are accessible to the public. He's a criminal. There was nothing confidential about that. Who told him this stuff? They don't read books either, by the way. In cults, they don't read shit. They just go on what the cult leader says. So they have no concept of how things work in the court of law. Cults don't read. They just listen to their cult leader.
Allegation. You gotta weigh all evidence. You can't just go by one side of the story. Every time you go by one side of the story, you get fucked up all the time. This is what I believe happened. I believe
what he believes.
That
no one
young
cares.
Lady and her mother was going through something, right? It's a possibility. Brother Polight said, "I'm gonna get you a room. You chill out." The girl probably was already mad at her mother and got that liquor herself. You know she could have been intoxicated before Brother Polight even showed up on the scene. That's a possibility. Another thing.
Courts don't care about your possibilities or your beliefs. They're going in to prove beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal matter, you stupid buffoon. Who is this clown? DNA evidence is sufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. He was there. His DNA matched. And he pled guilty. How many more sides do you need? You can't make this up. Oh my God. Rosetta, how you doing, honey? Truth court documents are available to the public. You could have seen it. He's a dope. Exactly. Where are these dumb? Oh man, these cult members are so stupid. They're so stupid.
Right? Now, follow me. What if the mother had something out for Brother Polight and the daughter put the semen on her coat and tried to bribe him? Think about it.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God. This is like crazy. 6 semen stains, and you niggas literally think he's gonna get off? You are rooting for the perpetrator of sex crimes against minors over women.
Brother Polight is not bigger than you and I. Brother Polight is not next to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Quit doing that. This is why every other race laugh at us. Not that I should care of them laughing at us, but I do have a sense of pride. And my sense of pride can't take it anymore when you guys are trying to make him bigger than norm and say it's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy because some dude can't keep his pants zipped up when he's around young ladies. You can't save that man. No matter what's going on and what happens, you cannot save Brother Polight. You hear what I'm telling y'all? You cannot save that man from the judgment that's coming.
Polight is in a situation that is horrid. And for things he's charged with crimes that you should never be forgiven for. You can't be forgiven. You can't come back from it.
Just 2 days after Polight's arrest, Sanetta informed his followers that he was getting the first exclusive interview regarding the situation, and it would start at 10 o'clock that night. He told them it would be an open discussion, and they will be able to ask Polight whatever they wanted to.
10 o'clock sharp, we will be right here. Brother Polight, and he will be taking questions and all that. So y'all will have an opportunity to maybe drill him or ask the question that whatever comes up.
No, he didn't let anybody drill anybody.
In the hours leading up to 10 o'clock, Sanetta told his followers that in order for him to live stream the interview, they would have to send money to his Cash App.
All I'm going to ask you to do is...
He made money off of this. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you all something right now. There are people who take journalism very seriously, and it is an actual profession. You can earn a livable wage. If you have social media influencers getting paid left and right, and I'm talking about millions of dollars. Candace Owens made $59 million in 6 months weaponizing the death of Charlie Kirk. $59 million. So if I get a Cash App for $5 for a fish lunch, I don't feel bad about that at all. Plus, there are expenses related to the channel to help put out the content that I put out. And I bless God for every help, like, Cash App, Super Chat. I thank God for it all. But I don't feel bad if I get financial contributions either, because I'm also financially investing to be able to have this platform run. I wouldn't have a cable bill or a StreamYard bill if it wasn't for the channel. And this is something that I'm passionate about. So if people financially support it, or anyone else for that matter, I don't sit here and get mad and make them feel bad about it. It comes down to this. You want to see what the cable bill, the internet bill looks like? Not cable, the internet bill looks like? I will happily show you. I have already done that too. I have no problem doing it again. StreamYard as well. As long as I can sit here and produce that receipt, it shouldn't be an issue. Don't make people feel bad for that. But this, what he's doing is weaponizing this opportunity to sit here to say, you got to pay me to set up a live stream to ask questions when you should not be charging people to have you live stream it. Just live stream if you're going to do it. And then let people bless you and support you along the way. This was some coward shit right here. Now you got to pay me up front to live stream this. No one told you to do this. He might as well just have some event where he makes people prepay to come in and sit down. While nothing was accomplished out of this BS, because he's a coward and they don't have a spine and they never want to ask each other hard questions.
Throw some money in the goddamn Cash App. If you want me to live stream this and show y'all tonight at 10 o'clock, that's when Polight will be in the building. Do you think your brother deserved the donations? Show some love and put some money in the Black Power machine and give your brother some support now. But if not, I'm not giving you a motherfucking thing tonight. I'll save it. I'll hold that shit and put it in the chamber. Call it in and say if I'm wrong or not. Call it in and talk to me by me saying I would like to have a donation for doing this stream. If I can't, shit, I go and do a live stream and then I charge $10 for whoever want to see it. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
RJ calling from Vegas.
What's on your mind, RJ?
So I'm gonna send $50 to the Cash App. I just want to say, am I gonna be allowed to, not get disrespectful, but speak a little bit in the comments without my shit getting deleted? I'm gonna send $50 to the Cash App.
This is what I would say to you. You will be able to critique and disagree strongly, but you won't be able to disrespect.
Sonetta collected donations just before the interview was set to happen. His camera was turned off, leaving his followers confused. It would become evident a short time later that he had made a mistake, and instead of turning off his live, he only turned off his camera. Not knowing he was still live, he would be caught on recording talking behind the scenes about the amount of people he had tuned into his live stream.
I had 4,000 in that motherfucker.
Yo, I'm still live in something.
No, you're not, brother. I just ended the show.
Taharka Bey of Morris World TV would
Yeah,
address
y'all see that? Scammers gonna scam, yo. Because scammers gotta scam. This is why I don't feel bad about people blessing the channel financially. I don't. Because he intentionally did that. 4,000 people. He got all this money from these folks. And then for him to say this. And laughed about it. Laughed about it. Like it was a joke. No care of consequences at all. Just scammed 4,000 black people that are trying to figure out why Polight is being charged and alleged to have messed with an underage girl. When he walked around here talking about, he got 3-4 wives and stuff.
He turned off his camera. Not knowing he was still live, he would be caught on recording talking behind the scenes about the amount of people he had tuned into his live stream.
I had 4,000 in that motherfucker.
Yo, I'm still live in something.
No.
He laughed about this. 4,000 people. 4,000 people.
No, you're not, brother. I just ended the show.
Taharka Bey of Morris World TV would address the situation almost immediately after it happened.
See, these people are scandalous. These people are dirty. Listen, it's a child's life that was involved and that was affected. But you know what this fool was doing to y'all? He was playing a game. You know, I had 4,000 in that motherfucker.
Yo, I'm still live and it's on.
No, you're not, brother. I just ended the show.
Oh shit.
No, you're not, brother. I just ended the show.
I'm still live.
Bro, you ended the show, brother. I'm trying to tell you the show.
Tasha K will go live not long after
See that?
Sonetta. She would give another update about the brother Polight case that would set the record straight about the victim's mother.
So is it so hard for you to believe that maybe this little girl who happens to be 14, who could have been your daughter, came to you and said, Daddy, this man assaulted me and drugged me and all over my face and my clothes? What would you say? You bitch ass nigga. What would you say? Oh, you're an agent. You're the enemy. That's what you bitch ass niggas would say. That's what you would say. The sleep community. Now, according to my sources from inside of the facility, okay, a statement was given by Polight, the mother, and the child. 3 sides to a story. The truth is somewhere in the middle, correct? There was supposed to be no club. No child was supposed to be in the club, nor has her child ever been in the club. This is a little girl who is still a virgin, who has never had as much as a boy kiss her. But then she got this put in her mouth. This was her first kiss. Yeah, not wine. I'm sorry, not the wine. His dirty pissy. Have you seen his teeth? Imagine what his dick look like. Now, the real story is my entire
on that.
Listen, give me a second. Let me freshen up. Then we're gonna go downstairs to eat. The little girl is like, I'm hungry, Mom. Please let me go downstairs. Polight comes in the room and says, well, I could take her downstairs and get her something to eat. She's like, no, you know, wait, I'm coming. He's like, listen, I'm just taking her downstairs to the lobby. So the mom looked at the door and said, okay, downstairs. They get in the lobby. I'm just going to tell your mom that she can meet us at the club and I'm going to get you something to eat on the way. This is what Polight said to the little girl. Little girl's like,
And not one time did these nasty ass grown men that sit here and suck the left nut of Polight, you know, say, why would you take a 14-year-old to a club again? You really think that you will be able to take a 14-year-old girl to a club? You really think you'll be able to get a 14-year-old girl in a club, in a nightclub? Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. It's free to do. You really think a 14-year-old girl should be going to a nightclub? These same ass grown nasty men, though, if they have 14-year-old girls, I wonder if Sonetta would let his 14-year-old daughter be around Polight. If Sonetta's 14-year-old daughter will be allowed to go get something to eat with Polight or to go to the club with anybody. When is a club going to let a 14-year-old girl in? Because I know they're not doing that in Miami. I know they're not letting 14-year-old little girls go into nightclubs in Miami. All the club owners should be in jail. What club in Miami lets 14-year-olds in? And they know she's 14. Dang, yes, Polight is horrible. He's a demon. This is what they sit here prop him up. Marianne put this idiot in the movie. They said, oh, he's in the conscious community. Of course he was in the movie. What the fuck you mean? Marianne, you gonna let your 14-year-old daughter go to a nightclub with Polight? Since you putting him in your films. You still got that dumbass film up on your channel and you advertise it like you proud of that. You ain't thought about taking that part out? Because of ethics and morality? No? None of that? Oh, okay. In her mind, Jesus is cool with that. You know. Oh. What 14-year-old? Yeah, if y'all can tell me one club in Miami that allow a 14-year-old girl in to go in with a grown-ass man, please let me know. Because I didn't know they were doing that in Miami. You can't make this up. Prayers to you, Angie, and your sister, honey.
okay. So they're driving. He never stopped to get anything to eat. Drove her to a vacant club. Said, "Oh my God, the club is closed. So we're just gonna go. I'm gonna go over here, get a hotel room, and we're gonna wait and tell your mom that we're just gonna figure out where the after party is gonna be." Little girl says, "Okay." By this time, he's giving her drinks, sweet drinks, that had 4 different drugs in the drink. She was drugged.
I'm telling you right now, if Polight did that shit, he deserved to be locked under the motherfucking jail. That's what we said. But we're not coming out making no goddamn we're not gonna make no posts yet until shit comes out, because we are more mature, we know better, we smarter, we got more wisdom today. Those are the young niggas that's trying to get their channel up.
He's not smarter. He's an idiot. And he sat here and played 4,000 people in a live stream and thought he cut off the live stream. Yeah, that's so smart of you to think that you cut off the entire live stream and ended it when you only cut the camera. How smart of you, you moron. Leave your 14-year-old girl around Polight. Let's see you leave your 14-year-old daughter around Polight alone. Yep. In a hotel room. Go ahead, Sonetta. Leave your 14-year-old daughter, granddaughter, any 14-year-old girl that you know and love in your life. Leave them alone with Polight in a hotel room. And then live stream that. Cut the camera on. I really want to see you do that. Show us how much you really trust Polight around your 14-year-old daughters.
Let's say the truth comes out and Polight finds himself not to be guilty. Do you think them scumbags is going to take down their video? No.
Not at all.
They're not going to take down the video because there's no shame in them niggas. All they care about is the fucking money and how many hits they can get. That's all they care about. Do you?
Says the man that charged everybody to go live and then he didn't go live. And was laughing and scamming 4,000 people in the live stream. This dumb piece of shit.
Think them niggas would come out and say, "Yo, my bad. I made a mistake. I was wrong." No, they not going to do that. Because them scumbags only care about money. They don't give a fuck about the people. That's why I would rather wait until I see what's going on.
So did you come to address the allegations that Polight his most recent girlfriend's daughter? Or were you paid off by Polight to do damage control? And people are intelligent enough to know that what you're doing is not addressing the allegations of mother. What Sarnetta came to do tonight is damage control.
Brother Polight will go live for the first time just 5 days after his arrest. He would touch on the situation briefly, but didn't go into any specific details.
I just want you all to understand that if there's any legal issue that I'm dealing with, it doesn't behoove me to speak on it at this hour, because I have a defense team, plural, probably the best in the goddamn country, may I add, but I have a defense team that I would be circumventing or undermining their ability.
It's called public defenders. Depending on how big the case is, allegations, you might have multiple attorneys from the public defense office working on your case. Shut up, boy.
To render the services that they are obligated to fulfill on my behalf by speaking. So I know in the world of YouTube court, yo, something happened, just talk about it. But in the legal world, it don't work like that. In the legal world, when you got a legal defense team and things have been said, you just allow the things that have been said to be said, and that just gets dealt with accordingly. You don't open your mouth, you don't speak. So what I will say is my defense team will be putting out a statement on my behalf, perhaps even an interview, and they'll get it in. But out of respect to the people that love and support me, not the trolls. We know who you are. The second you hear something bad about me, you do videos. You see all the good going on, you don't do nothing. You think they're watching you because they're concerned with you. You think they're watching you. You think those views you getting, oh man, they love what I'm doing. Start talking about yourself again and see how many people listen to you. When you talk about me, they listen to you. It gotta really fucking hurt. You hate me, but you know what? You need me because you monetize.
No, we need you in prison. Sonetta forced people to hit his Cash App, promising them an interview with you. that never happened. And then he laughed about it. 4,000 people. He laughed about it. After saying, I'm not doing this unless y'all hit my Cash App. You can't make this up. I can't even muster up the words to even tell you all to do something so cruel like that and then not deliver and expect to maintain an audience.
If you hate me so much, don't make money off my name.
Crazy stuff.
Don't collect money talking about me. Don't put advertisements in your YouTubes. If you hate me so much, don't.
I'm putting ass in my videos. Polight is still in prison and he can kiss my ass and go to hell. Are you kidding?
Make money off of my name.
Brother Polight will go live again the same night. Once again, he said very little about the case, but rambled on and on about the people reporting on it.
My side don't matter. My side don't matter. You don't need to know my side. Let's just take someone's side and run with it. That's what we should do. If y'all read this shit that sound like it makes sense, then it makes sense to you. I know I'm a black man in America. I know what it is. But also, there's another reason why I'm not going to say nothing.
That's cool.
I want to build up the suspense, goddammit. I want more people to jump out the window.
Yeah, he want 4,000 people in his live stream so he can get as much money as possible, still not pay any attorney because he had a public defense. Yeah. The public defenders paid by tax dollars defended him. And then he pled guilty. Took a plea deal.
More YouTube videos and more news channels.
Idiot.
You know I love the attention, right? I want more. I want more attention. I have the patience to allow people to dig a very big hole for themselves. I know the stigma of being a wealthy black man in America. I know how it goes. I know how this is supposed to turn out. We all do. We all know. Right? I will not be saying nothing about anything.
This is crazy.
Because I want to watch more people continuously embellish every day. People tend to know more than the courts know. Every day, people come out with more and more information. They're saying things that literally hasn't been said. They're swearing by things that have been said. And they just think, okay, case closed. We see it. I love it. I never heard such egregious allegations made. And people look happy sharing the news. I'm gonna let you guys keep talking. There's plenty of rope to hang yourself. Keep talking.
Behind the scenes, Brother Polight and Sarnetta would get into another disagreement as always. The next time Brother Polight went live, he spoke on Sarnetta taking donations from his followers by promoting the interview that never happened.
Let's talk. It's Rolls Royce Diaries, people. You know how we do. I'm in the black mobile. You know how the freak we do things. Suicide doors. You know we staying fresh out here. Talk to me nice. We don't play no games with you. We're gonna talk. We're going straight to the point. There's a lot of goofy stuff.
I believe he was sentenced in 2023. This is based on the document here. Let me make sure I got the right thing before I zoom in. Okay, let me share this tab right quick. So this is Scribd. Michael Nowak Jr., date file August 17, 21. This looks like a... Okay, yeah, this is it here. So this was back in 2023. The incident occurred in 2021. So it's only going to show me so many pages without a subscription, but just so you all can see. Looks like 2023 he was sentenced. And I think he took 7 years. Bless God for it. 7 years in prison. Yep. 7 years. So he took a plea deal. Jailed for 7 years in prison. So he'll be there for a while. Polight, you might want to get your mouth loosened up because Debo and them coming for you. Oh, I hope they whoop his ass.
Stuff going on, a lot of lies being told. Now, I already told y'all I wouldn't be speaking. And I told y'all why I wouldn't be speaking, because no one speaks when they got scenarios like this. Legal situations like this, someone in my situation doesn't speak.
Thank God they locked him up.
I got legal counsel for that. I made this clear. But I got Negroes that's constantly beating
7
my
years
line,
of parole for 10 years.
asking me for interviews. So now when I say, yo, fam, I'm not doing no interview. I'm not. After I keep turning them down for interviews, you know what they do? They start posting videos lying and telling people we about to do a Brother Polight interview. Coming up in an hour, coming up in 2 hours. And you know what's crazy? Cats will call me and ask for an interview and not even tell me they set it up for them to collect money. They won't even tell me that they set it up to collect money. It's a damn shame that this is going on, but I got to address it. It's sad that it's going on, but I got to address it because it's not right to the people. I'm not supposed to be here letting y'all know, hey, if you spent money on a so-called interview that was supposed to include me, you got beat in your head. So now I got the patience. But the patience I don't have is for people to lie and say I'm going to be showing up to do an interview when I already made it clear I will not be speaking about anything pertaining to the situation. Nothing.
Yeah.
So anyone that you see do it again, they're lying. They're milking the cow. They're milking it. These people are sick. They don't care about nobody's families. They're sick. You got these people over here asking me, yo, I just put my money up to see the interview. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Negroes didn't even tell me they was going to collect money in the first place. And I don't care if you collected $100 or $1,000. It was wrong. You should have told me so I could have told you don't do that.
Well, see, here's the thing. He wouldn't have cared. He would have just told Sonetta, you know what, just throw me half of it and then, you'd be good. Because you sitting here talking about if you would have just told me, I would have told you don't do that. He doesn't care. He's a scammer himself. He doesn't care if Sonetta scammed people. No, he mad at Sonetta scammed off of his name and he didn't benefit from it. But yet they have this love-hate relationship with each other because reasons, and they two grown men. Sonetta's a clown. He should have turned his ass in a long time ago. You can't make this stuff up. All he did was lie. All he did was lie. I dropped the links here for you all. You're absolutely right, John Sales. 7 years of prison, 10 years of probation. Here is the link to that information. And then here is the link to the actual docket we were just looking at. Court document is a public information, but you can still be charged to view them, but it doesn't mean that you cannot access it. So that's the link that I was just able to pull up real quick from a quick search. But you can always get court documents from the court, do a FOIA for it. You may have to pay for it, but they'll release it. It's not under seal or redacted or anything. If anything, the young lady's name information, because she's a minor, will be probably redacted. Any information directly about the young lady, but the actual case itself, no. I don't know what that dude was talking about. It was all confidential and some shit. Who told him that? And people say dumb things, and then they say, oh, y'all have a court on YouTube. No, we're not. DNA tests will prove in court of law that he's guilty. The end. We don't need to have court on YouTube. That's very simple and straightforward to me. Crazy stuff. He didn't care that Sonetta scammed and conned people out of money. He just mad because Sonetta didn't share any of that money with him.
You don't need to be collecting no money in the name of me doing an interview. Fuck, if you cared about me, you wouldn't be trying to exploit me. You'd just be like, yo, fam, you shouldn't even do an interview. Come on, the little dumb stuff I got to deal with people, man. Goofy.
Whether Polight is guilty or even if he is found innocent, I'm through with him. I'm done with him. Polight will no longer be on my platform. I will no longer be fucking with Polight. Polight is on his own. I'm on my own, the house of consciousness. So even if Polight is found guilty or if he is found innocent, Polight will no longer have a place here. And I'm saying it where the people can hear it. So, God damn it, if you see the nigga on my show or around me or doing anything, y'all could bash me. I'm saying it right here. I gave Polight a call. Not today, but last week. I gave Polight a call last week. And I said to Polight, this is when he was scheduled to come on my show and he backed out of my show. A half an hour before he backed out of it. So I'm talking to him on the phone. Brother Polight, listen to me, bro. People are banging on the house of consciousness. You need to come out and make a statement. Let these motherfuckers know that Sarnetta ain't got nothing to do with the fuck you doing. Because if you could go on Facebook and you could talk all this old clown shit, this bimbo shit, why you can't take the time to say, you know what, Sarnetta ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on over here.
Sarnetta sits here and give interviews to people like a Polight and a Nature Boy and a Pharaoh and give them a voice and try to defend them. He's no different than they are. He just like them. It's disgusting. Yes, the Sequoia, to answer your question, what I'm seeing here on the case information, state due date September 6, 2030. So that sounds like the date of release from jail. Plus, he'll have 10 years of probation. And, of course, he'll have to register as an SO, and that's going to be forever. So, but yes, I see the state due date of September 6, 2030. So he's got 7 years to go in there and piss off Debo and him. They try to run and hide and duck and cover. Good luck to that. I can imagine his mouth coming out completely broken, not swollen. They don't like pediatrics in there. They don't like that. They don't like that. You get some hardcore criminals in there that whoop a man's ass over touching the child. Especially when they find out who you are. Yeah, no, he's gonna come out looking like Gumby. Swollen face, swollen ears, swollen everything. Everything will be swollen on him. Child. This is so crazy. Man, boy, this conscious community is effed up with people like this.
Why are y'all talking or banging on side? You know what the dude told me, man? And I was like, God damn. He told me, I'm going through so much right now. I'm only concerned with what I'm going through right now. And when he said that shit, I didn't come right out right away. I just sat back. And I said, what the fuck you just say? He said, I'm going through shit on my own. My shit is way deeper than yours. And I said, dude, they banging on me because of you, Polight. They fucking going in on me because of you. I didn't come right out and said it because I'm thinking maybe I'll get him the next day. Or maybe I'll get him the next day. And he still have not made a fucking response to me. Didn't say nothing. I said, yo, dude, you got to come and say something, brother. You ain't saying nothing. You're not speaking out in my best interest. He don't give a fuck about me. That showed me right there. He told me straight up that, yo, I'm going through the most crazy shit. I'm worried about me. He said that. And he said it when I had my queen on the phone. And she listened to it and she said, yo, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And so for that right there, I'm finally coming out 4 days later or 3 days later to say I am done with him. He is only concerned with himself. He don't give a fuck about if I'm sinking or if I sink or nothing like that. He is on his own. I don't give a fuck if the nigga found guilty. I don't give a fuck if the nigga is found innocent. Keep that shit over there. I'm no longer fucking with you after that.
Brother Polight's first court appearance after his initial arraignment will happen via Zoom a month later. During that hearing, the prosecutor requested that his bond be revoked. She argued that since the crime he was charged with carried a potential life sentence, he should have never been given a bail. She blamed the mistake on a clerical error at the clerk's office.
He was arrested for punishable by life crimes. He should have been held no bond. However, this is one of those charges where the PBL comes in at the very end of the charge, and I think the clerk's office made an error, allowed him to bond out prior to seeing a bond appearance or prior to going to bond hearing. Somehow I think he was given standard bond of $21,000, $10,000 on count 1 and count 2, and then $1,000 on count 3, Judge.
The judge would disagree with the prosecution and denied to revoke Brother Polight's bond. However, before the court session was over, he instructed Brother Polight not to have any contact with the victim and warned if he did, his bond could potentially be revoked.
All right, so you are currently charged under case F21-144
14438 with several counts involving a minor victim. And the minor victim is identified as T like Thomas, S like Sam. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
All right. Sir, you are ordered that you can have no contact with TS. And when I say no contact, that means no direct contact or indirect contact. All right. Now, I will just advise you and admonish you. This means what it says. I do not know whether or not you were given any type of a stay-away order, but as of right now, this stay-away order is in effect, in that if you violate any terms of this stay-away order, that may be grounds for your bond status, your pretrial release status to be revoked, and you will be immediately taken into custody. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do.
Y'all, that's the end of that one. This is episode 9. Oh my God. So the next one is going to be a doozy. It's going to start taking us into the trial. And man, shout out to Hood Horrors. Well done. Well done. Hood Horrors is awesome. Make sure you guys go show some love over there. Sonetta is a scammer as well. Maybe he'll be next. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Hopefully Umar will be after that. Just get them all. Get them all, Hood Horse. Y'all, this has been something else. And this is what you want. You want this information out here so people can see, what's really going on. I mean, this is who the people of this so-called conscious community are looking for, looking up to and pushing forward to the forefront. Scammers, con artists, and people who belong in prison. And they get their ass whooped by Debo and them. That's what's being pushed forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for your support. Make sure you guys hit the like button and hype the videos. Hype them so that this information gets up there in the algorithm. More people can see it. More eyes are put on it. And more awareness is put out there. Hopefully Gerald Palmer emails me. We're going to try to get, some of the content creators and independent journalists, YouTubers, whatever you consider yourselves to be, that have been reporting on Umar and his conscious community for a while, to come up and to share their information, their knowledge, to answer questions so that we can bridge this gap, because this whole sectorism nonsense is some straight buffoonery, and it does not push the needle forward to holding Umar, any of them, accountable like it should. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's it. And I want to be able to kind of bridge that gap. And there's a lot of information out here, a lot of videos, a lot of things I haven't even seen. And that's okay. So hopefully we'll have something scheduled to set up for Gerald to come back and to be able to come up and talk with us and have an interview and discussion, answer questions, to be able to have some interaction, maybe come, give you guys 2-3 minutes to come up and give, your thoughts, to be able to get back to dropping a link and having it more interactive. You guys can be involved in the discussion as well. That's what I'm hoping to be able to do, and just to pull this stuff together, because 15 years is a long time to be scamming somebody, lying to people, telling them you open up a school when you know damn well you're not going to do it. I'm not trying to convince cult members of anything, but there are people who simply are not as aware and would appreciate the truth coming out and questions to be asked. He needs to be challenged. Umar has been getting away with this for far too long. He's too old and too grown for this. And no one owes him a damn thing. You don't owe him your, grit money. You don't owe him that. You worked hard for it. It's yours. The end. He wants grits. He needs to go get a job. That's simple. So y'all will be back at it. Thank y'all so much. We got a marathon on Candace this afternoon. So hopefully you guys can tune into that if you can. If not, I will see you all in the next one tomorrow. We're going to be live as well, doing a couple lives. Got Scientology Sunday. So we got other great content here in the LLC as well. We talk more about than just Umar. All right. But I appreciate you guys and I appreciate your support. Thank you all so much. And I will see you all at 5. If not, I will see you all in the next one. Until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.